Oh, there it goes. I don't know what that delay was. What's up, everybody? Welcome back to Hot Toys Hotline Live, episode 127. But it's not just any episode. Guys, you are here watching the finale of the 1/6 celebration. I want to give a big shout out to Brick Artemis for being the one that put this all together. He was the one that got everybody together. He was the one that had everybody come together, pick their time slots, and make this happen. So big shout out to Brick for putting this together. I haven't had a chance to watch a lot of the streams, but the good thing is, guys, as always, there are replays. So in the description for you, I have links in order of every single stream that has gone on. I'm sure those guys put on awesome streams. I'm definitely going to be going through and watching myself here very shortly after the stream. But definitely check those guys out, support them, react to the giveaways that were done throughout the event. Sean just joined us, so I wanted to bring Sean in as well as we're getting started. Sean, thank you so much for being here. Brick will be joining us very shortly. We do have a couple like alternates in case someone has to jump out or something, because you guys were awesome and wanted to join in with us. So I try to keep the panel a bit smaller because obviously it can get pretty hectic with everything going on. But Sean, thanks for being here. Everybody, thanks for being here. I do have a special announcement at the beginning of this stream, which some of you may have been smart enough to piece together and have been paying attention to all 24 hours of these streams, but if you haven't, it will be a surprise to you. So before we get started, guys, and before I give us a couple special announcements, I want to say thank you to Lane, Chris, Sean, and Mike for being here, and for Brick, who will be joining us very shortly. I appreciate you guys for making it out to this very special stream. And another thing I want to say, guys, is for those of you who are channel members, I did update the emojis, or excuse me, the badges for the channel members to the new emojis. So those are updated now. Hopefully they're showing in chat, because when they first were updated, they weren't. So, oh yeah, I see them. So I can see Steve has Iron Man. So really cool to see those again. Big shout out to, what is his name? Canvas X Collectibles. That is Danny Park's new username. So thank you so much to Danny, and congrats, guys. We got new badges. We're good to go. So, but yeah, guys, thanks for being here. Thanks, everybody, for joining us in the chat. As always, guys, links in the description to everybody's channels and Instagram pages as well. We're going to skip all of the introductions for everybody because we do have a lot to get through, and we have a 2-hour time slot here. I know we technically can go over because we're the last ones, but guys, once again, thank you all for sticking it out. For those of you who have watched most of these streams, or a good portion of them, you guys are crazy, but you are the best part of the community. And from the bottom of my heart, and all of the other streamers I'm sure could echo this, we appreciate you guys. And this event isn't for any special occasion. It's just kind of to give back and do something fun with the community. And I think that was Brick's idea behind it, and he really had a lot of passion for it. And again, I wish Brick was here to be here for this, but he will be here very shortly. So I do want to say one thing, guys, before we get started. You guys are probably, again, those of you who have been looking around and wondering, like, oh, when's this being given away? I saw a really special prize that hadn't been given away yet. What's going on with that? Well, guys, you guessed it. If you've been astute and been watching, we will be giving away a brand new sealed in-art Michael Jackson at the end of this stream. Now, and I don't know if you guys have looked on eBay, but this figure is selling for like $800. I mean, I haven't checked in like a week or so, but it's been selling for like $800 frickin' dollars, dude. Like, it's crazy.
So you mean he's very busy going hee hee next to like Dark Side Anakin or something?
Yeah, pretty much. But you guys are probably wondering, how are you affording to give away this in-art Michael Jackson? Well, I am not affording this, but someone that I want to give a special shout out to, who is providing this figure for the purposes of this giveaway, is Jeremy Casa from Plastic Hero Collectibles. A lot of you guys probably know him. You're probably familiar with him. What I ask you guys to do, even if you're not the one that wins the giveaway, please show some love to Jeremy over in the Facebook group and on his Instagram page. Throw him a follow. Say thanks for giving this, Jeremy. Because, you know, maybe if he gets enough love out of this, maybe we can convince him to give away some more stuff in the near future. So, again, massive shout out to Jeremy Casa. Him and I have been friends for quite a long time, and he's just really a stand-up guy. And if you want day one figures, like I bet you I scroll down. Yeah, and there's the post regarding Wolverine. I'm sure a lot of people were asking on this original pre-order post, like, are they ready to go? Blah, blah, blah. You know, everybody's crazy for this Wolverine right now. But again, a big, massive, and special shout out to Jeremy Casa from Plastic Hero Collectibles. So guys, let me also jump over here. If you're curious, if you're not familiar with InArt, This is the figure that's being given away. This is the first version of Michael Jackson, because obviously we know there's a smooth criminal version as well. Again, this will be coming to you brand new from Jeremy Casa. So big shout out to Jeremy. You do have to be a channel member. This is a channel member only giveaway, but don't cry yet, because there is another giveaway. And, you know, I will let Lane tell you shortly after what that's going to be. But guys, if you want to be entered to win the In Art Michael Jackson, you got to become a channel member. And obviously, before the stream ends and before we go to call the winners, anybody who's become a channel member before I tell you guys it's being cut off during the stream, I will add you to the wheel spin. So don't worry if you become a channel member. I'll make sure I get everybody. It's nice that StreamYard tells you and has it separate where you can see everybody's names who's become a channel member. So if you aren't a Hotline Hottie and you want a chance to win an In Art Michael Jackson, that is how you win it. But Lane... You know, Lane came to me and Lane said, you know what? We got to do something really special. You know, In Art Michael Jackson's absolutely incredible, but Lane's like, I want to throw something in the pot too. So, guys, both of these will be given away at the end of the stream, like in the last 10 minutes. But Lane has something else for you all that's really special. And Lane, I'll pull you up real quick.
Wrong direction. There we go.
There we go. Right in front.
So here we have... this evening, we will be giving away Hera Syndulla from the Ahsoka show, a absolutely new figure. Well, it's not completely sealed because it was just the box has been opened, but the plastic or nothing has been opened or touched. We'll be giving that away to Night as well. Now, that there are a couple things with it. It is going to be open to only people who would be mailed to the lower 48. Unfortunately, they will not be able to ship this internationally. You do have to be subscribed to the channel, though, to be able to do this. So if you're not subscribed already, I'm going to guess probably most of our watchers tonight are subscribed. But if you're not, you do need to make sure you do before we get towards the latter half of the stream. Kind of same thing, basically, as was getting sites. And we have a specific way we will be giving it away, which we will go into later. But it will not be till, like, we're basically going to be doing this and the Michael Jackson towards the end of the stream. So if you're not already subscribed, please make sure you subscribe to the channel today. It is going to be something I think that a lot of people will be interested in. And it looks like we got 55 already in here who are ready to party. And I'm sure we'll get some more as time goes on. But just to make things a little bit easier, and because I want to give Connor some more stuff to have to worry about, you might be saying,
my job hard, man.
Yeah, you might want to just check your little thing you were discussing on StreamYard.
Yeah, I can say, well, thank you, Lane. And yeah, so we got 5 more entries there to the channel member giveaway. Ash, just to clarify, because I know you are a supporter of the channel, the Michael Jackson is international. So obviously Lane is giving away the Hera. So for Lane's purposes, to make it easier. Right, completely separate. Something I do want to add, which I did not mention, Lane kind of reminded me, make sure you are following Jeremy on Facebook or Instagram, one or the other. I'm going to check for the winner later, so you don't want to be that guy who wins and then you're like, oh, I wasn't following him. I'm going to add that stipulation because, again, it's just such a generous thing that Jeremy's given away, and I really want to show support back to him. So, yes, you have to be a channel member and make sure you follow Jeremy on Facebook. If you don't have Facebook, go over to Instagram. But, yeah, Jeremy's is not limited to only people in the U.S. Anyone can win that one. So I just want to make that clear. I see everybody's becoming channel members. I will make sure I get you guys added to the list. But yes, In Art Michael Jackson and Hot Toys Hera Syndulla. Very big surprise from Lane. We were originally discussing another figure, and Lane thought about it. And he's like, you know what? Go big or go home. And that Hera is incredible. So, yeah, guys, some really exciting stuff to come. Of course, we're going to talk about the topics from this week, but also I have a couple little fun things towards the end of the stream before we get to our giveaways, so we'll make sure we get to that. And, yeah, guys, this is going to be really exciting. I cannot wait to see who wins these figures, because who doesn't like winning stuff, free stuff? But, yeah, let's see. That's crazy. Yeah, Curtis, that's maybe I have that same setting because I've never won anything. That's just going to be my excuse for it. That's just gonna be my excuse. Yeah.
I used to be able to say that until I actually won a grand prize giveaway for something on another channel with it. I was like, oh, okay, well, I guess I can't see that anymore.
Yeah, I've never won anything. I don't win anything, and I won't be winning anything tonight, guys. But it's even more fun to give stuff away, because then you could say, hey, I gave away an in-art Michael Jackson, and Lane could say I gave away yet another figure, because Lane's, we call him Santa Kramer for a reason, as Sean has coined him back in the day. He's Santa Kramer for a reason. So, guys, I won't be reading all of the membership joins. I do appreciate it, but obviously because of the circumstances where I'm having everybody join if they want to win a chance to win the in-art Michael Jackson, I won't be reading them. But I will read the super chats. So we have a super chat from Noon Tunes. Noon Tunes with a $10 super chat. Thank you, my friend. And by the way, guys, speaking of super chats, you thought I was joking about buying a new headset. It might be the same one, but I did buy the exact same headset again, and it's not cracked. I don't have it taped. So appreciate you guys who gave to my headset fund, as I was calling it. I did buy a new headset, which is crazy too, because when I originally bought this headset, it was like over $200. I found it sealed on eBay for $50. Crazy. But it works for me, so I was like, let me just buy it again.
Technology.
I know. But Noon Tunes with a $10 super chat. Thank you so much, Noon Tunes. Noon Tunes says, perfect way to cap off an epic 24-hour stream. This community is the best. And I totally agree. Again, big shout out to all the streamers and viewers that were a part of this. It's such a cool event. And again, shout out to, I was about to say Chris. Shout out to Brick for giving us all the opportunity to make this happen. So I really appreciate that. You guys are the best, and this community is the best. And all I've seen is nothing but positive, awesome things. So, yeah. Guys, obviously there's going to be a lot of comments coming through. I will say what's up to everybody as we get the chance. Again, we are on a bit of a time crunch, so if I don't get a chance to read all of your comments, I do apologize. But yeah, let's quickly go through the chat and say what's up to everybody. We got Manny in the house. What's up, my dude? Manny Fresh in the house. Hey, Hotline Hottie. Appreciate you for being here. We got Big Rib. What's up, my dude? Big Rib in the house. Big Dog Pound in the house. Chris has got his belt off to the side somewhere, but he kind of was flashing in the beginning. So like I said, we're kind of keeping on pace here. Big Dog Pound's in the house. Moderator and a channel member and a good friend. We got Peyton in the house, another channel member and a moderator. My dude Peyton, what's up, my friend? We got Ash Chase. We already spoke to Ash earlier today. And by the way, guys, also something I completely forgot to mention. When we call the winner for this in-art Michael Jackson, you do have to be here. So if you're falling asleep right now, maybe take a little power nap, set your alarm for like 8:50 p.m. EST, because we do want you present to win that. So
same for Hera as well. Right. You need to be here.
And, once you find out how to win it, you'll see why. But let's see. We got Curtis Booth in the house. Sneaky Figures. What's up, my dude? Thanks so much for being here. Sneaky, as always, another channel member and a moderator. Let's see. We got Figures and Phantom in the house. Apparently, I'm out on bail. What? Steve is always making this crap up, dude. Like, I'm about to kick him out of the channel membership. He's about to get removed. But thank you so much for being here, my friend, and for the support. As always, I appreciate you. I know, dude.
He was only driving 120 and a 25. That's all.
Every week, Steve sends me a picture of somebody that looks nothing like me. And then he's got Mike in on it, and they're just all like, first I'm Star-Lord to the whole chat. Now I'm some crackhead that they send me. I don't get it, dude. I mean, I just can't catch a break here. We got Vita in the house. I saw Vita making a joke about the channel membership. Yeah, that was kind of like the chat came up with that. It was originally something different. Mainly Mike pushing it in the chat, I should say. I'm not gonna let him off the hook there. Mike kind of came up with it and pushed it, but it caught on, and that's what we are now. So I appreciate you for being here as always. We got Gilbert in the house. What's up, Gilbert? MB Dyson, Fig Poser. What's up, my dude? We got Thalia. How you doing? SG Collectibles. Blurred Dad Life. Dan, I hope I'm pronouncing this right. Matan. Uncarded Reviews. What's up, Uncarded? Yes, the Midnight Collector does ride again, but this time in his satchel on his horse. He's got a Hera Syndulla to give away. Let's see. Who else we got? Sorry, guys. I'm just quickly going through the comments. We got Justin McFly in the house. My boy FBJ. Blue Tattoo, what's good, my friend? We got AJ in the house. What's up, AJ? Thanks for being here. Yeah, the final stream, the final countdown, the final stretch. Again, guys, I'm just kind of scrolling through. We got Illusion Entity in the house. What's up, my friend? Sorry if I missed your comments. As always, guys, as you drop comments as we're discussing stuff, I'll say what's up. We got Yomo in the house, the Movie Canon. Gio, thank you so much for being here, my friend. Yomo, Movie Canon, 2 channel members. Movie Canon just finished up his stream. Again, guys, links in the description for the replay. Sunnyvale Russ. I'm just kind of quickly scrolling through. We got Robert in the house. What's up, Robert? Another channel member. Thank you for being here, my friend. We got Jim Collector. What's up, dude? We got Jenna in the house. We got Rick Galindo. What's up, my friend? We got Tijuana Mike, another channel member. Yeah. I think I got mostly everybody, guys. As always, got Mark Palmer. As I said, as we go through and discuss things, please drop your comments, share your thoughts on things. I'll make sure I get everybody. Christian Crosshair Cooper. But we're going to get started, guys, with our first topic. So let me bring up our next tab. Of course, we got to start strong, and we got to talk about Wolverine.
Hey, Connor.
Yes.
First and foremost, take a deep breath. 15 minutes. You're killing it. But I got to remind you to breathe, dog.
That's crazy. I don't know why Chris thought it was so important to cut off Wolverine to tell me to breathe. But
you're going to pass out. I can feel
I'm not going to pass out. I'm good at this, dude. But anyways, getting started, guys, we're talking about Wolverine. And this is one of the announcements, that you don't see too often where it comes out as good as the proto and kind of like across the board, everyone kind of universally accepts it as like a pretty solid figure, a pretty spot on figure to the prototype. And I'm sure you guys know, people have been waiting and waiting for this. All of the comments on Instagram and on Facebook on the Hot Toys page, everybody's asking for Wolverine to be released. Where is Wolverine? We had 2 Deadpools, Ladypool, all these figures, Kidpool, before this one that had been released. So really, really exciting to finally see this one. I'm actually, instead of starting off with myself like I normally do, I want to jump over to Mike because this is a character that has a very special place in Mike's heart. So I'm going to let him start it off because it only feels right. Mike, Wolverine is here. The final product looks amazing. What are your thoughts on it, dude? Do you feel the need to spend an extra $200 to get it right now, or can you be patient and wait for yours to show up to Sideshow or wherever you got it from?
Yeah, well, hopefully, first of all, is my audio okay?
Yeah, it sounds fine.
All right, yeah. I think we were all wondering, hey, was it technically delayed, or was it just at the end of its window?
Sean would be a better person to ask that because he pays closer attention to all the release windows and everything. Because I don't know if it was technically, because you have Sideshow time and then you have Hot Toys time.
Right. No, it was okay. So Hot Toys and Sideshow, the 6-month period has actually been complete. So if you go to www.hottoys.com/HK, that's Hot Toys website. The time frame that Sideshow's been giving is matching their 6-month time frame now. Okay. And the last thing that was only delayed was that Zorro from One Piece. Right now, there is nothing from Hot Toys that's delayed. Everything's within time, and this Wolverine was within time.
That's what I thought. I know we were just kind of getting impatient, and everyone's like, oh, man, why is it delayed? Maybe they're trying to make improvements. Maybe something's messed up. They can't get it right. But it actually wasn't delayed.
No, it just came out in the last month.
Yeah, and I think what added to the suspicious nature of it was when they threw the jacket back on and didn't let you see the topless TVA version, right? So people were like, maybe the arms, they can't get them quite right or something. But, hey, man, I am happy to see this. And it's looking, some people believe, even better than the prototype. I haven't done really much of a side-by-side comparison. I will say, let me just start over and say that I'm like so happy to see this figure, that we have it in general, that we have a blue and yellow suit, Hugh Jackman. Like it's incredible. And I think the improvement I've seen is I actually think the hair looks a little bit better. I was calling it a hairy floppy pizza slice, and I think that it looks better than it did from the prototype. And I think all the detail is there in the face, the paintwork, the arms. I mean, man, that looks like a movie still right there. The way they're able to create that realistic kind of flex in the silicone. And I couldn't be more excited. I think that this figure is going to be a pull figure in the sense that if you didn't have a Deadpool, all these pictures really make you want to add one. And even if you do have a Deadpool, you're like, oh my God, maybe I need the battle damage one, because that's how I feel right now. I know a lot of people are buying 2 of these, and as much of a Wolverine fan as I am, my plan was to buy just one and have the mask sculpt on him, and then the unmasked, I'm going to try to fit it on my Days of Future Past Wolverine, because I think that would elevate that figure. Because even though I've come to like that sculpt, I think obviously this one's much more superior. So yeah, I just couldn't be more happy with it. I think it's for everything you're getting, I think it's a fair price in today's market for Hot Toys. So yeah, the battle damage. I mean, I'm curious to hear what you guys want to do display wise, but I'm gonna go with the shoulder pads on, sleeveless arm, shoulder pads, and mask, and battle damage. For me, that's Wolverine. I know exactly the comics I'm gonna pair him up with Deadpool, some Rod Liefeld stuff. It's gonna look great. So I don't know. I could talk on. Yeah, look at that, dude. Like that's the look for me, anyway. And I also think the mask looks better in figure form than it did in the movie. It just looks more real, and it looked a little off sometimes in the film. And I like that they went with smaller eyes. They went with more triangular comic book white. If you look at movie stills, his eyes are much bigger. So I think I don't know what led them to do that, but because his eyes don't really move in the way Deadpool's eyes can squint in the film, they're more static. So I really love that they made them smaller because it makes him look more aggressive. Yeah. So anyway, yeah, that's all I got, man. I know we got a big panel tonight in short time, so I'll keep it there and say I'm really thrilled. And I like that these are magnetic, I believe, the shoulder pads. So that's nice. You don't have to kind of mess with them too much. Like they're not I guess they couldn't go with a Velcro adhesive and stuff because of the sleeves under it. So I love that. Yeah. It's going to be so much fun to see this in person.
Yeah,
that's it.
I agree. And you know what's crazy about this mask? Marvel Legends recently announced a 1-to-1 scale version. And it was like one of their biggest pre-orders in quite a while. Like apparently,
yeah, I was day one on that. Well. Yeah, I had to add that. Yeah, and you know what else I have? I recently bought the there's a life-size Deadpool head that has like a talk features and stuff like that, and
like the decapitated head.
Yeah. And so like those two heads next to each other on display are going to look really cool.
Yeah, I agree. No, I mean it was a surprising one, but they do so many Black Series helmets nowadays. I thought that was pretty cool to see that, and I'm surprised they don't do more of that for Marvel, because there's been kind of a slowness in the 1-to-1 scale stuff when it comes to Marvel Legends stuff, because I guess after the Infinity War stuff and Endgame stuff didn't like sell too well towards the end. I guess that's why they kind of cut that off. But yeah, guys, I'm going to share my thoughts on this. I knew Mike would be really excited about this one, but for me, I think this looks fantastic. And I think the thing that I'm most impressed about on this one, and this photo kind of shows you, is the fact that they were able to replicate that shape of the muscle in his arm so close to Hugh Jackman. It's very, very impressive. And in some of the shots, you can kind of see like airbrushed veins on the arms. I think he really looks fantastic. For me, because I am getting that TVA jacket version, which, you know, Mike was saying that they kind of updated the photos and had the jacket on him, which was weird. I'm guessing they're probably making updates to that, and they wanted to kind of wait to show off that final body. I'm sure we're going to get one of those posts like they always do right before something releases. But yeah, this looks really awesome. I'm really, really excited to pick this up. I think for me, between the two, I might have the shirtless TVA one with the mask on, and then I'm going to have this version with the head sculpt, but with the sleeves and the shoulder pieces on. I think that's my favorite look. I think technically, when he has the cowl on, are the sleeves ripped off? I can't remember when the sleeves are not on his body. I can't remember that, but
yeah, sorry, I can't remember that, but he never looked like this in the film, which was a huge miss, in my opinion. Right. You know, he never had the shoulder pads on. And one more thing about the arms, and they should be doing this, considering that they're supposed to be of the highest quality. They didn't give you just like generic strong guy on. They didn't just slap, Thor's arms on there. Hugh Jackman has got some age on him. You can see it's an older man's, a very guy who's in great shape, but an older guy's arms. The texture is so nice.
Yeah, and of course, like anybody, he has a unique muscle shape, and they did such a great job at replicating that. It's very, very impressive, and it seems like they have updated that a little bit from the prototype, from what I could see, which is even more exciting, showing that they're putting all that work into it. Guys, by the way, I do want to put up a poll for this because I know there's a lot of people really excited about this one, so I want to see how well this poll does. So, of course, as always, we're doing our copper flop poll, so Wolverine copper flop. But one thing I want to comment on, too, that we kind of been discussing since this has been released is the head sculpt. I think this head sculpt is absolutely phenomenal. I think as someone who previously owned the 1973 Wolverine, I didn't hate that head sculpt. I just think this one is a fair bit better. I think the likeness is much better. I think the beard was the biggest issue I had on the 73. I felt the beard was a little too thin. I thought the likeness was there. It's not a bad head sculpt. But what I think a lot of people are going to do, and I've already seen it done, is put this head sculpt on their 1973 version and then use that cowl on this figure. I think a lot of people are going to do that, and it looks really good. So that's what I'm expecting. Again, I think this looks really nice, guys. I think they absolutely nailed it. I saw someone mention like they weren't happy with the length of the sleeved arms. I don't see it. I'm perfectly happy with it. Again, this is one of those releases. I'm so happy about it. I really can't complain about anything. I think they did a fantastic job, and I'm glad that something that was so highly sought after got done justice. So that's all I have to say about it. I do want to pull up, though, just to give us some more viewing pleasure for this figure. I do want to pull up a review from our friend, the Figure Hideout. And of course, perfect timing. Brick knew we were about to pull up the video because he joins right as I'm about to do that. Brick, thanks for being here, my friend. And as I mentioned earlier, I'm sure you were listening in the beginning, but I do want to thank you now that you're here for everything that you did to put this thing together, because it was 100% your idea and your vision. And like I said, I'm very excited to check out the replays on everybody's streams because I didn't have a chance today. But yeah, thanks for being here, dude, and thanks for putting everything together.
Honestly, like, yeah, I might have had the idea, but it was you guys who came in clutch. Like this all worked out. I cannot believe it went as smooth as it did, and just the cooperation with it all. So this was a we thing. So just you know, so thank you guys as well.
Yeah, so 24 hours of streams, dude, absolutely insane. And as far as I know, everything went smoothly, and it seems like everybody's happy. So definitely a success. And again, thanks for putting it together, and huge shout out to everybody involved. And like you said, I think everybody was like, nah, I'm on board. Let's do this. And like picking the time slots was easy. Like no one gave any trouble. So it was just really awesome.
I thought people were going to get upset. Like what, why is he get an easy time or, but no, everybody was cool.
Yeah, for sure. But yeah, Brick, since we got you here, and I'm sure you've already talked about Wolverine multiple times, but who doesn't want to continue to talk about this Wolverine? Right. So I got the Figure Hideouts video put up here. Big shout out to Figure Hideout. We're going to have him on eventually. I've talked to him about it in the past, and he said he would. So whenever I feel like he has a little bit of a break after all these releases, maybe I'll ask him to come back on. But so the Figure Hideout put up his video, Brick, further confirming how awesome this figure looks. What are your thoughts on it, man?
Dude, it looks like it came out of the movie. I cannot believe how good it came out. I even like the expression a lot. What I don't like is that we see the expression on all the other Wolverine figures, the same one, but I'm okay with it being on this one. I know that's weird. But no, this really turned out nice. I mean, the silicone arms, it looks literally like his arms. You know what I mean? It's not like just a body that's made up. And the head sculpt. I don't know what it is, but there is a picture that you know, Hot Toys posted on their Facebook or whatever, one of the blogger photos, and I mean, it looks like it was like a still from a movie. It's absolutely insane. So really happy with this. Glad they took their time with it, and I'm excited to put it with my Deadpool figures, man.
Yeah, and that's what I was mentioning that earlier. It's crazy that all these Deadpool figures have released, and I think that's why everybody's been fiending for this one, because they're like, I have all these Deadpool related figures, bring it on with the Wolverine. So it's cool that this one's finally here. I do imagine that the seamless TVA full-bodied version is going to take a little bit, because that's probably a complicated figure logistically to put together. But I'm excited to see that one too, and I'm sure a lot of people probably didn't pick that one up, so that might be kind of a rare one amongst all these figures. Who knows? But yeah, I'm excited to check that one out, and especially after seeing these seamless arms like you had mentioned, and I'd mentioned earlier, and Mike as well. The fact that they look so much like Hugh Jackman's actual arms makes me think that TVA one is just going to be an absolute banger, and that maybe that's part of the reason why they covered it up and updated the photos, because they're waiting to kind of reveal the updated body to us, because I thought the original one looked very good, but obviously they're tweaking something.
Sure. Can you imagine all the Wolverine figures we're going to get from the video game that's coming out?
Dude,
Like-
I don't know, man. I don't put any faith in video games nowadays. It's like
But
only
it's gonna
third
be
party.
like it's gonna be like Spider-Man though, you know, because it's from the same creators, right? As Spider-Man.
Yeah,
game?
Insomniac.
Insomniac, but yeah, so I guess so. I guess that is a fair point. Maybe because they have their
15
relationship
different
with Hot Toys.
Wolverines.
And then it's Marvel.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah,
I
15 different
probably
ones.
honestly wouldn't buy a single thing from that game, but that would
I'd probably
be
get
really
like
cool.
the original, like the one that he like the main suit.
Yeah.
Or if they do a brown suit version.
Here, I'm going to speak for
yeah.
everybody. We don't want that. We want new Arkham figures and not like the purple and gold special. I want like an updated Arkham Batman from any of the 3 games. I don't care which one it is. I just want
Arkham City, baby.
And hey,
I
look,
would take any of them, dude. Honestly,
I would take
any.
any. I would take any.
Yeah.
Hey, there's a plus. No plastic connector.
There you go.
Yeah,
that's
that's a
true.
plus. That's a big plus. Sorry,
the
as
bane
far as
of
I'm
the
concerned.
bane of Lane's existence. By the way, what's
I
up,
hate
Jose?
those connectors.
Sorry, Jose, I didn't see your comment, my friend. I didn't see your comment. And this is a good thing and a good segue. Moving on to Chris. I see a lot of people seeing this figure and they're like, Hot Toys is capable of amazing things when they put all their effort into it. And I think people are going to use that as a talking point moving forward because, again, this figure is so kind of universally accepted as such a fantastic release. So, yeah, I mean, I do see a lot of people kind of using that argument, especially with this figure. It's just so great. You know, it's like we look at like the T1000 and we're like, why couldn't they make the stitching a little less obvious, you know, after seeing something like this? Because I think it's like so good. It looks so great. And every little aspect to it looks good to me. And like Mike said, I think the shoulder pieces are magnetic. Like that's nice attention to detail, you know?
Hey, quick on the plastic connector. That was a shot without the neck. Is there not a plastic connector in the neck?
Damn.
Do we know that?
Lane, you might have just celebrated too early, dude.
Because I do hate that thing too. And if there was one nitpick I have with the figure,
Mike, don't worry, don't ruin my dreams, man. Don't do it.
If it has movable eyes, it might have it. To be honest,
Yeah.
No, just
it's been their thing because it's adjustable.
no, we can just live in the ignorance of bliss, thinking we got a nice little ball joint collector where it's easy to go pop off, pop on, pop off.
Okay.
Just they
Olden
we got a
days.
little device for just we
Get
got a
with
little
the
device
times,
to adjust.
Lane.
Old and new and annoying versus old and reliable. I got you. Yep.
Dude, Johnny Chronicles, I would not mess with this guy. He's looking absolutely jacked, bro. And you know, Johnny,
Is
I
that
think
really
a lot
him?
of people. I would think so. I don't. Otherwise, I don't know if that's I think it's him. I just love the luchador mask. That's incredible.
That's cool.
But Johnny, I think a lot of people honestly probably be on board with you. As selective as Mike is nowadays, if they start cranking out like comic Wolverines, we might see him bust. I don't know, dude. I think he might be going crazy. I gotta be honest with you. I think,
dude, real quick, I was wearing one of those masks online at Target in Manhattan. Target, no, not Target, not at Target, the shopping store, but a music store for Pearl Jam tickets. We waited overnight for it, and I was rocking that mask all day. And there was a like Mexican pride parade that had been going down the street, and they saw me and grabbed me and lifted me up and walked down Broadway with me wearing that mask. And I was like,
that's incredible.
Sure, party, you guys.
Yeah.
Yeah, they just thought I was
Mike's like,
yeah, I was like, it was fun.
So, that's awesome.
Brings back
That's
his
memories.
wife and kids are thinking he's getting kidnapped.
I don't know how he gets
Yeah,
himself
right.
into all these situations, but I love it. By the way, Johnny, you're just a superhero. I'm a superhero. Yeah, if you guys don't know the reference, you should. But that's amazing, Johnny. You look like a superhero, dude. But Clinton Martin in the house. What's up, my friend? So Uncarter Review says no plastic connector for the mass head sculpt since no movable eyes. Gotcha. So
Oh,
Lane,
I thought it had movable eyes. That's weird.
yeah.
Okay.
I guess
Tower
we-
Records. Tower
I-
Records.
Tower
My bad.
Records. I guess we dodge a bullet there. By the way, what's up, Valk, my friend? Thank you for being here as always. Happy birthday to your sister. It's okay. You're basically here every single time, dude. So don't sweat it, my friend. Johnny says the mask is from Santo, a famous Mexican luchador from the '60s. That's awesome,
Wow.
dude. That's really cool. So
Chris,
guys.
yeah. He was in a bunch of movies. Santo versus whoever.
Santo
and-
versus Lane.
No, Santo like versus evil scientists and everything, and somehow there was always a wrestling match at the beginning and the end of the movie.
That's pretty cool.
Hey, I'm on Sideshow's site right now. There's a picture with the head sculpt looking in two different directions, saying featuring separate rolling eyeballs.
Yeah, see, that's what I thought. Like every figure
telling
that's
these lies
been
here,
coming
man?
out with is
Okay,
have
well,
that,
hey,
so-
Mace Windu didn't have rolling eyeballs, so let's not say every figure because they've
Wait,
been
it's
dirty
right
with that
there.
sometimes.
It's right there.
Yeah, but that
See-
was like when they were first starting to, and then he
Lane-
was bald, so they didn't want the seam. I get it.
Lane's
wasn't
out
until,
here
like,
giving.
My dreams are smashed.
Well, look, I'll say this. And then we'll jump to Chris. I'll say this. The only time I've had a real tough time with these little plastic connectors is
Freaking
the
Anakin.
Well, I was going to say the Artisan figures, but yes, Anakin would qualify. as that.
Artisan Scarlet Witch was.
It's because you're scared
Bad.
to touch the hair. You're scared
Yeah.
to you're like, where do I grab it? I don't know where to grab it. Like Anakin, my Sith Apprentice Anakin back here, dude, it's like his hair came so perfect. I'm like, I don't want to touch the hair. Luckily, there is plenty of product in that hair, as we know, so I could just kind of like press down on it from the top. But I think that's the biggest thing is getting it locked in. You kind of have to grip the head.
I
and
didn't have a
want to-
problem with his hair. It was passe for me.
My Thrawn would not lock in. I had to return it back to Sideshow for a replacement.
Damn, man. I didn't have any issues with Thrawn. Mainly the Artisan stuff, and yeah. But Chris, I want to jump to you because you had a unique thing with this one where I remember you were telling me because you were thinning out Marvel like I was, and you're like, I can't even see Chris. See, you guys think I'm joking about Chris being short? You can't even see the guy over his camera, dude. We got to get him.
Because I have my seat. I have my seat when I'm leaning back.
Yeah, whatever you say, man.
What?
But
For this
jumping to Chris.
For this,
As like he's like, as I was saying,
yeah, step to the mic.
right, Chris, you had said like a week or so ago, you're like, oh, dude, I might even freaking cancel the Wolverine. I don't want to, but I might have to. And then I remember when this was released, I was like, you're probably reconsidering that, aren't you? You're like, yeah, I was about to say it looks pretty good. I might have to keep my pre-order. So safe to say, I think you're pretty excited about this one. What are your thoughts on it, dude? I mean, obviously, like, I think you're probably going to echo a lot of the things we all are saying because it's such a fantastic figure. But what are your thoughts? Like, what made you, when you saw this, what was the kind of the icing on the cake where you're like, okay, I'm going to keep my pre-order?
I would say, not to be weird, head sculpt and his physique, like the way they did the arms. I was drooling over those arms, baby.
I was going to say, no one was going to say you're weird. You just had to put that out there, and now we think you're weird.
And now we're
Yeah,
Like that
I was
beautiful-
I was licking my phone screen and everything. No, but I think it's because it wasn't late or anything. Like Mike had said, it was. I wanted it for so long and was just tired of waiting. It's one of those that it's going to be good. The colors are going to pop on the display, and I've had Deadpool sitting here since the movie came out because I got you and I got the early copy or whatever. So it just feels like it's been a long time. And then I saw it and I instantly started remembering like quotes from the movie and just imagining the two of them together on my display and what I wanted to do and all the swap out pieces, man. It's a really well done figure all the way around. So I'm super stoked for it, super happy. Pretty much everybody, you, Mike, hit the nails on the head with this figure. Like, there's not much more to say about it. It's just great. And I'm super excited to get it in the collection.
It's funny, you say like all these quotes are coming in your head. I don't know why the first thing that came to my head was "Let's fucking go." That was
No,
the first thing that
that's
popped in my head.
legit. Like, and then the claws. I kept doing that to my wife all day, and she was like telling me to
Fake
shut up.
stabbing her. That
Yeah.
and my favorite scene from this movie is the speech that he gives when he's talking to Charles's sister. And he's like, he would have gone to the ends of the fucking earth to find you. And that just reminded me of that. And I'm like, this. And I did briefly catch a blip from Brick's stream earlier, and Flavio was talking about how he feels like this was the best MCU movie in quite a while, and I agree. Like, still looking back on it, have many nights of sleep after seeing it and rewatching it. I'm like, I loved this movie so much, and although I'm cutting down on quite a bit of my Marvel, this is staying in the collection, and so is Deadpool, because I just love this movie, love the fan service, and loved all the comedy and everything. It was just a fun film. And it's funny you say that because that's all I could see when I saw the pictures of the head sculpts and everything. I just imagined him saying that, so I just thought that was funny. Steve said you can mess with the hair more than you think with Artisan. Yeah, you definitely can. It's just like one of those mental things. It's like with InArt, you have to pull the back of the hair off. You're like, well, I don't want to do that because it's never going to look the same after I do that. Like Hermione, dude, when she comes in the box, her eyes are looking to the side. So, and that's for everybody, by the way. That's just how they packaged her, I guess, because you can get that like signature look. I was on the phone with Chris. I was thinking about pulling the back of the hair off, and I started to pull it, and I heard like the glue, and I was like, nope. Pat the hair back down. I'm like, not doing that.
Here's another reason why I like this figure too, is I've never had a figure that does this. Like, I don't have a Batman, shocker, even though I still need one. But like the mouth plate thing, having to be able to swap out mouth plates and the eyes move, just having so many different expressions, that's also cool to me.
Yeah, I agree. And I think all the mouth plates look good on this one. Like sometimes you have a stinker, you know, you mentioned Batman. A lot of times you have that like, and a lot of times it looks weird. I think all the mouth plates on this one look good too. And funny you say this, Robert. Funny you bring up Riley Lowe, because he did post a little teaser of this figure and he said, stay tuned. And then I messaged him and asked him, it looks like we're going to get a custom project from him for Wolverine. And if I had to guess, you know, Riley's really good with battle damage. I bet you he's going to do a full battle damage version. So it's going to be hard to say no to that, because I am a big fan of his stuff. I collect a lot of the stuff he does. So I might be got by that. They might get me with that. So we'll have to stay tuned and see what he does with that. Big Rib said if I could smash the like button more than once, I would. We appreciate that. Johnny Chronicles with the $5 super chat. I appreciate it, my friend. He said, thank you to whoever gifted me a channel membership to the Hot Toys Hotlines community. That would be Lane. So Lane, big shout out to you, my friend. We appreciate you. And Johnny, welcome to the Hotline Hotties. But don't forget, guys, as I always say, this is the salesman coming out. You do have your free membership, but why not consider becoming a permanent channel member and renewing your membership after that free membership expires? Click the join button below to see more. There we go. There's my advertisement, and that's it for the
really
video.
Good.
Appreciate it, dude. I should be a used car salesman. But yeah, Sean, before we move on, I do want to give you a chance to share your thoughts on it. Again, a lot of it's just echoing, I'm sure, a lot of what everybody else was saying. This pose right here, this is the pose right here where I'm like, dude, I kind of want mine exactly like this. I love that. And that's the iconic, really one of the iconic poses for Wolverine, is that crouching pose. Even in like the arcade cabinet, Wolverine's crouched down like that, you know, when you're not moving around. So
I forgot to tell
really
Mike
cool.
to answer his question. That's how I'm displaying it, sleeveless and with the sculpt, to answer Mike's question.
Nice.
Yeah. And I want to highlight this too, Sean, real quick. Blurred, I totally agree. It's nice to see, and you know, it doesn't bother me because everybody's entitled to their opinion, but there's always divisiveness with a lot of figures. So it is nice to see, like, you know, it's like a new day. It's like Thanos when he's staring at a grateful universe across the plains. When you get a release like this that everybody loves and they're just so excited about. Like I said, I mean, you can't let it get you. Everybody's entitled to their opinion. So when some people don't like a certain figure, don't let that ruin your enjoyment. That's just like a side note, but it is funny when that does happen, when you just have everybody liking it. It's nice, you know. But that's crazy. Yeah, I will potentially take you up on that. You could buy the toupee, although thankfully right now I don't need a toupee. But Sean, again, I know everybody's kind of said similar things because we're all really excited about this, but do you have any thoughts on the Wolverine, and is this one making it into your collection amongst all of the clones that you've been building all this time? And then we just got another clone. Do you have room in your collection for this Wolverine?
I do. But let's talk about, you know, this toupee thing. It's called a hair system.
Sorry.
All right.
I don't want to be insensitive to toupees. It is a hair system. You're right. It's a hair system.
You know, just going off of the movie here, you know, I mean, obviously somebody hasn't watched it yet. But anyways, moving on. Overall, I'm really happy with it. One thing that I think is just really weird, I've been expecting Hot Toys just to provide like some type of alcohol bottle, since he has one in almost the entire movie, or at least a bottle of rubbing alcohol or something. It's just, I mean, if we can get
they can't do that.
stuff
I
from
wonder.
Star Wars, why can't we get it with this?
Let me say this. I wonder if it has something to do with like licensing in China because, you know, they don't like promoting alcohol and stuff. Maybe that's what it is. I don't know.
They did it with Game of Thrones, with Blade Runner 2099, with like
who
Johnny
did?
Walker.
Well, so
Wasn't
that's
Game of
3-0.
Thrones just the cup though? Yeah. It
Yeah,
was
like
just the
even
goblet.
perfect example. What's his name? Loki, the classic Loki. Remember they took the goblet away from him and they no longer were offering the goblet.
Yeah.
So I don't know. Like it could be a weird thing where they just don't want to promote that in China.
Yeah.
I don't know. I mean, of course, I'm just completely talking about my butt there because I don't know for sure. That's just a theory. So if that's wrong, it's wrong. But yeah, maybe I don't know. But yeah, sorry. Go ahead, Sean. I just wanted to kind of make a side.
No, just everything's good on it. I'm happy with it. Sideshow's already charged like everything, and then they came back and added like 52 cents for my order. So I don't know what's
That's
up with
random.
that.
Yeah, that's time to hit up customer service.
But 52 cents, I don't care. But my deluxe one, so I ordered a regular and a deluxe. The deluxe one's not even showing as like second box option with Sideshow. So I'm just wondering if everyone who's getting charged and everything, are anyone getting charged for the deluxe right now? Because I'm not. I'm just getting the regular version charged.
For Wolverine?
I'm not getting charged, but I noticed when I first ordered, I ordered one and they put two in my cart, and I had to tell Sideshow to cancel one. It was weird.
That's weird. Mine I got from off the rack, so I'm not sure. And Blue Tattoo, yes. That's what I guess that's what I was kind of getting at. I wonder if it's like an overall licensing thing. They won't approve it being like the figures being sold with alcohol. I don't know. Like I said, I could be full of shit and I'm just making it up. That's just like a theory. Collector Joey in the house. What's up, my dude? Guys, once again, check out the replays for everybody's streams, including Collector Joey, because I already know he did a great job because he's the best. So if you haven't already, check out Collector Joey's stream once this is all said and done. And big shout out to Darth Proffi as well, who also had a stream because he put together a playlist of all of the streams so we can watch them all in order and kind of experience the whole event. I know what I'll do is every day I go to work, I'm just going to keep throwing one on and throwing one on. And eventually I'll get through all of them because I like to listen and do that. But 88 people watching, guys. If you haven't already, consider smashing that like button. But yeah, sorry, Brick. I just read your private message about the alcohol. But Sean, sorry, Sean, we kind of gone all over the place with this, but yeah, great points. I actually liked that scene too, where Gambit was getting angry at him for drinking all his alcohol. He's like, I don't know why, something about touching his liquor. Speaking of that, where's Gambit, dude? That was like the one other figure I wanted from this freaking movie, dude. And like Channing Tatum's in like really good shape now. Obviously, he's going to continue to play this character, so maybe we'll have an opportunity in the future. But man, I wanted that Gambit. I passed on Blade because I got my Blade. I passed on Elektra. X-23 is absolutely coming home for sure, no doubt about that. But yeah, I was hoping for that Gambit. That was the last one I cared about, and nothing. And Johnny Storm as well. I don't mean to start a storm, but where's Johnny, dude?
Yeah, we should have seen that by now, man. That's disappointing.
I'm glad I did not.
Scary.
I know. I'm glad I didn't pre-order any of those.
Yeah,
dude, I'd be pissed. That would be a deal breaker for me. That'd be a deal breaker
for a lot of people. I think the sales are probably pretty sluggish on those because of that reason.
Yeah,
anyway.
I think they're all waiting for sure. Sean, did you have any additional thoughts? Anything you want to share before we move on?
No, I'm good.
But yeah, guys, and we're going to close the poll now because I literally forget every single time. 90, that is a record poll right there on the channel. 94% said cop. So again, it's very obvious that this figure is just a home run, and I'm so happy to see that because you don't see that too often. There's always divisiveness, which is, totally fine. But that's 52 votes too. That's a pretty good percentage. 52 votes, only 6%. And 6% of those people might just not collect Marvel.
Can I add something real quick?
Sure, absolutely.
Well, first of all, I'm going to say a word that I've never said before because I don't really understand it and it's weird to me. But I know that we're all glazing all over the place.
It's just glazing. You could just say glazing.
Okay. All right. Like I'm going to glaze on this figure when I unbox it, and also,
dude, hold up.
I love.
It's just glaze. You don't have to say glaze on. Now you're.
Oh man!
You just say
you like glazing. You like glazing
on,
man.
You might glaze on it, but you just have to say glaze.
Yeah, I love glaze, and so I think that
Mike is glazing all over it.
I'm glazing right now. But
in front of everybody, I'll glaze it.
I'm gonna be okay. Here's a little nitpick. I wish they could have engineered the chest piece to sit a little more flush at the bottom there. One nitpick. Yeah. However, I do love that you can claw and declaw him without removing the hands and putting other hands on. So I think that's really cool because I like Wolverine with his hands open with the claws out sometimes. So I like that you don't have to like fuss with the hands. You just pop that piece out and put it back on. So that's cool.
You know what I always thought was weird? I thought of this the other day, and Johnny, I'll get to your question in a second. I thought of this the other day. Why hasn't Hot Toys, like they do with Predators, they've always done, at least not with, they didn't do, well, they kind of did with the Feral Predator, but a lot of the older Predators, you get 3 lengths of blades. Why haven't we seen that for Wolverine? So you can kind of have like, partially extended, like he's in that pose and like they're coming out. Why haven't they done that?
Oh, that'd be cool.
That would be cool.
Yeah, right.
I mean, it
like,
comes
so
with
awesome.
so much already, though, too. But it would be pretty cool.
Hey, you know what? Watch. That's going to be some type of like short notice.
Yeah, you'll get that with the Artisan.
Normal clothes, and it comes with different size blades.
Right. I could see it. Johnny, I would say this: go on eBay, Mercari, Facebook, and check the prices on them because if I had to guess, I would say this figure probably doesn't sell for a lot because there's been multiple Lukes after that one. Check the aftermarket price first before you pay Sideshow full price because with tariffs and taxes and shipping, it's probably going to be more than it's going for. But who knows? Maybe Mando Lucas shot up out of nowhere. I don't know. But I would double check that first before you pull the trigger. That's my thought on it. Because secondary market right now is everybody's enjoying Mike glazing on the figure.
It's glazing right now.
Yeah. Boba Fett, see, what are we doing? We're getting banned, but at least we're giving away some figures. That's all that matters, right?
You know what Mike looks like right now? It's like some preteen. He's like 19, 18 years old, right out of high school, going into college. And it's his first time where some girl's right in front of him, like freaking this ass. It's like gelatinous jelly moving around, getting twerked. And it's his first time seeing anything like that.
What are we doing?
I'm like Forrest Gump when
this is
a girl touches my
going
thigh.
off the rails at this point.
Yeah, bro. I asked my wife earlier today. I was like, "What is this glazing everyone does nowadays?" And she's like, "What?"
It's a cop thing. I'll let you know.
I don't know.
I say it a lot, but I don't think I've ever said to you glazing on. I don't know.
I guess I wasn't
Mike's
getting
like, what is this
Wolverine.
glaze? What are we putting it on?
Yeah.
She looked at me like I was crazy.
Oh, Lane, I'm sorry. Did I skip you? Lane, my bad, dude. Amongst all the glazing, I completely skipped you.
I mean, I don't know how I followed the last 3 or 4 minutes thanks to Mike.
Are you glazing for this figure?
I mean, I guess I can just say from some of these pictures in the camera angle, it looks like glaze was put on maybe the costume with a, kind of a buttery topping there to just make him look extra, bright and shiny.
Ectoplasm.
Yeah,
that's what
I mean,
It's official. Connor's getting demonetized.
Glaze.
It's okay. It's for the community, right? We don't care.
Glazing all over the place. That's what sounds like Mike
celebration. We're glazing.
The hotties will pay the lawyer fees. Right? You guys got me.
Glazer Stream 2025 was initiated.
Sorry, Lane. We're
okay. Anyway,
sorry,
I guess I'll just say here. I mean, everybody else said this is an amazing figure. I don't have him on pre-order. I almost considered doing it tonight, but I just don't need. I pre-ordered a couple of figures already in the last 2 or 3 weeks, and I'm just kind of mostly done with Marvel. I purposely avoided Deadpool and Wolverine because I'm worried that I would have 6 or 7 figures from that line on pre-order. Kind of like I exploded with Ahsoka. I pre-ordered 10 of those figures. And I had to kind of pull back, wait a minute, what am I doing with this? I'm running out of shelf space. But I will say, I love the huge jump. I would be and I may still end up getting this figure, but I think this one is going to make it, at least the deluxe is going to make it in stock.
Yeah.
So it might be something where we've been seeing that lately for probably some of the, I don't think we're crazy thinking this has been a fairly high produced figure. For modern.
You don't think it was, or you do think?
I think it was. This was
I agree,
probably
yes.
really high.
Yeah.
So
I agree.
So this is one where I could maybe get a $25 off coupon or something, from a contest coupon or something like that from Sideshow or something. One of their weekly things you can get where I could put that towards this figure to help it with a little bit. But I can't really add anything. I think they have made this as close as you'd have to Hugh Jackman perfect figure. Like there's not too much. I guess maybe some kind of diorama. Like if they had included a diorama base or something with it, maybe that's like literally the only thing they could. I'm glad they did it, mind you.
Because you know my opinion on the dios, right? I've said it before.
I'm just saying that the only thing I can think of that you can't go, well, what is the one thing they left out maybe to make it a perfect figure?
Right. It's a very solid, accessory rich, multiple looks. Like it's got everything. It's got everything.
And it doesn't look too hard to pose. Now, I guess my one question is just going to be the suit material, exactly what they. Only reason I'm even thinking about this was after watching Justin's review for the Black Widow, and he said the way the suit for that one was made doesn't look like you can bend it or pose it really almost at all. Like certain Spider-Mans and stuff. That's my only concern. If, like, say you have the bare arm shoulder, with the full body suit or something, maybe. I don't think you're going to say that's my only, if there's any concern or anything like that, because I figure you don't have to go crazy with posing this guy to make him have a really cool pose, but you want to get, you want to be able to move the arms a little bit or be able to, move the arms so that they're even in a different side. Hey, Flavio.
And Lane, this shot right here looks amazing, and he's just standing there,
Yeah, I just think, you just need Nice Pool being held up before his heads explode when he comes out. Like that'll be and then turn his head where he's staring at Deadpool like you just murdered that guy, just so you could get his guns. But I just think it's great. Like if you're maybe even for the holidays thinking about asking for getting for Christmas or
dude, Lane.
What?
Lane, I just want to say this, Lane, you have such a good heart. You're already planning people's Christmas list. You're like, dude.
Well, no, I'm just saying this would be for a Hot Toys collector for them or something where it's not cheap figure, but it's not ridiculously expensive either in comparison to other releases. Look at that Wednesday. That's like $310.
Mom,
I think
this is Wolverine.
Yeah.
I get socks for Christmas. Like God bless people who get Hot Toys for Christmas.
Yeah, well,
awesome.
I have gotten a Hot Toy for my parents the last couple of years. So I'm
putting it on the list, Lane, so I can get a second one.
If you're on the fence now, like you wanted to see what the final product was, which I get, especially with maybe some of the arms. Yeah. Maybe you wait to see some more actual unboxing and full reviews of the figure just to see if anything pops up for anybody from theirs. But I think this is a guy you pre-order or you have when it hits in stock. Like you be ready. Like I said, I think this would be a great figure. Just wait for a $20 or $25 off coupon or something. Because he'll be eligible and he'll probably be available. I think there's a good chance for that. And just use that, help that offset the challenges. Or if you have some points to stack with that, get maybe, $40-$50 off. You're good. Anyway, that's all I had to say.
Well said, Lane. Well said. Like I said, this one's really exciting. And I agree. This does look just like a movie still here. And, one last thing before we move on, the suit material. I think in this photo, seeing them next to each other, I think it looks basically like the same type of material as Deadpool, which is a good thing because I think Deadpool's material is way nicer than the previous figures. It was actually a really pleasant surprise seeing that Deadpool figure in person for the first time. So
yeah, and that's the clean Deadpool next to him too, which looks great. It doesn't look out of place next to him because there's a little bit of like they did a little paint work on it to make it a little dark in some areas.
Yeah, and they both kind of have the shading.
That's what I meant.
Area too. Yeah, it looks good. They look really good together. I think regardless of what version you have, they're gonna look awesome together. But guys, we're moving on now. Sorry, because I almost skipped Lane. We're now moving on to John Wick, and this one was crazy, guys. I think we can all agree. There's no denying that Hot Toys saw that post from JMD. Yeah, and they're like, absolutely not. Let's.
This feels out of left field quite a bit.
So I think they were planning this one for quite a while, Lane, and then they saw, J&D announce their Part 1 version and their Part 4 version, and they're probably like, now's the time, because if these people start spending, and let's be real, the J&D ones, we'll take a quick look at them after this. Let's be real, the J&D ones, for the money they're asking, I don't think they're quite there. I'm just going to be real with you. And I think Hot Toys saw the opportunity. They're like, even with our Artisan, ours is going to be like $300 cheaper than their base price. Now's the time to strike.
Are you going to pull those up to compare? Or
I will pull them up, yes. I mean,
well, and they knew 1/6 celebration was coming, so they're like, perfect time.
Yeah,
all these guys are going to be talking about now.
Brick emailed him. He's like, please give us something. We need something for this week, sir. Please. We're doing a 1/6 celebration. Could you come through? I do want to zoom in though. So guys, the exciting thing about this for us collectors is we're getting a sculpted and a rooted version. Of course, you know me, I'm going to go for rooted, but here's why. And these aren't, I'll start by saying this. These are not officially announced yet. This is just like, these will be coming soon. These will be announced soon. This is what we're working on. Be excited, basically. What I'm really hoping for is that you can untuck some of those hairs from behind that ear and kind of have them dangling in front of the face. That's what I'm really hoping for.
There's a lot of product in there. I don't think that's going to happen.
Well, okay. What is up with Chris tonight, dude? That's like the 4th time he's gone against what I said. I'm tired. Guys, vote in the chat. We're going to put up a poll. Remove Chris from the panel. We're polling that. So anyways, before
He's
Chris...
just mad because I got a point there.
Chris, until we could see you over the camera,
Dude, there's not a single Artisan that's come out that I can, without you actually taking liquid to it or some, even NR, there's so much product in them.
So Chris owns one Artisan, and he's trying to tell us that he can't manipulate the hair. Gotcha. Anyways, guys, I'm going to use the word hope once again, before Chris rudely interrupted me. I'm hoping that you'll be able to do that with this figure, because I think that'll really add to the look. And I'm also wondering, because we've only seen like 4 photos total, 2 of each figure, maybe like the John Wick 4 figure, we'll see that swap out front hair piece potentially. I guess we just have to wait and see, because these are not full reveals. We haven't seen all the accessories. You can obviously see a couple guns in these photos, but I'm sure he's going to come with a fair bit more. But this is really exciting. I think the head sculpt looks really good. It actually took Hot Toys a little bit to improve on their John Wick head sculpts, but I'm happy. I think this looks really good. I didn't hate the John Wick 4 head sculpt, but I still think this one looks better. I think this is the definitive Wick from Hot Toys for sure, and it's from the first movie, and it's got that all black look. This is sick. I'm really excited for this one. How many of you guys, and I want to poll this too, because, we just love polls around here, because I want to hear your guys' thoughts as well. But how many of you guys would pick Artisan or Sculpted on this one? We got to poll that, because I'm very curious, because when you have that option, obviously a lot of people, they're like, well, I could spend like $150 or so less and get the Sculpted version. And also, generally, in terms of this one, the hair kind of looks very similar on both of them. We'll see that when we look at the Sculpted photos. But let me put up this poll real quick, because I want to hear your guys' thoughts. Sorry, it takes me a second to do this. I type fast, but not that fast. All right, I think I spelled everything right. If not, you guys get the point. But I do want to bring up the Sculpted version as well. Obviously, this is still the rooted version, but that looks pretty damn good, dude. It's also like the Episode 2 Obi-Wan. I felt like they did such a great job on that Sculpted version. They looked very similar. And with this one, with that hair being slicked back like that, which is, again, why I brought up wanting to see the ability to pull some of that hair to the front with the Artisan one. I don't know. When I look at that front hairline on the scalp, it doesn't look like there's a removable piece. So I'm thinking that either they hit it extremely well, or this is what you get, which is fine. I mean, that's just like kind of a wishful thinking thing for me. But yeah, I'm excited for this one. As someone mentioned, the RSVP is up on Sideshow. We don't know the piece counts or all the stuff that's included with it, what versions they're doing, or any of that yet. But yeah, not a lot to go off on this one, so we're just kind of like briefly reacting to it. Brick, you look like you're ready to say something about it.
Yeah, I mean, just to kind of go off of what you were kind of asking in the poll, whether sculpted or rooted, that's tough, because the sculpted does look really, like, Hot Toys does a really great job with sculpted figures. And I do worry, because I am pretty amateur when it comes to rooted figures, and I do have a couple Artisan, but like you were saying, like when you put the head sculpt on and everything, and then the eyes move, and then you got to take it off, put it back on, so the eyes aren't like going, looking up.
Yeah.
But yeah, I have to get the Artisan. That being said, and the reason is because exactly what you said. Like, if you can move some of the hair to the front and give it that look, like, even if you know what you're doing and you got to do a little something with it, that just makes it that much better. So I think I'm gonna have to go Artisan.
Thank you, Brick. I really appreciate that.
Yeah, man. Got
the
you.
dream crusher over here, Chris. Man. What's up, by the way, Graham? Guys, check out Graham's stream. He was actually the first stream. He started it off, and we're ending it. So please check out Graham's replay as well after this. Again, it's all in the description, and Darth Proffi made a really awesome play with everybody's stream. So, but of course, you know, no surprise there. And if D-Lo was here, he would say the same thing. We got the Sculpted fanboys here, so we got a vote against Sculpted from Graham. We got to accept that. But see, well, you know, Graham, all it takes is the voice of reason. Brick liked my thought about potentially being able to pull the hair to the front, despite you know, Chris not being happy with that. It sounds good, right? If it's possible, it sounds really good. So we'll have to wait and see. But I do truly, all jokes aside, I think you can't go wrong with either one with this announcement. You really can't. Yeah,
and to go off of this comment right here, I'm worried with Rooted when it's short hair. Like, I'm getting that Iron Spider. I'm really worried about that. I'm really worried about the Iron Spider with the shorter rooted hair with the glue.
I
am
as well. Yeah.
So yeah, I'm gonna be worried about this too. But this will be my first John Wick. I'm super excited for it. This is the look that I need.
Damn.
The first movie.
See,
100%.
I love that because I love these films so much, and I know a lot of people were holding off for that like definitive Wick, and maybe John Wick 4 wasn't it for you. So it's so awesome that this opportunity has presented itself, where you not only have Hot Toys doing 2 versions, but you know, if you like the J&D, you've got 4 options for John Wick figures in general at the same time. I have the John Wick 4 version. I love it. The tailoring, I think the tailoring is actually improved on this one versus the John Wick 4 one, because the John Wick 4 suit was okay. But I've got like a rooted hair wig on my John Wick 4 version, and mine's like I call it a fartisan because it's not a real artisan. It's got the rooted hair wig. But I agree, Brick. I think it's cool that you waited and you were kind of rewarded for that. It's awesome when that happens sometimes. Apart from being the opposite, when you like got a custom or something and then it gets announced and you're like, damn, that sucks. But yeah, I am really excited for you, and I agree. I'm hoping. It's so funny that I'm thinking of that comment from Blue Tattoo saying the dome is really big on this one. I don't know. Should we go back and forth and see? I feel like it's about the same, right? Is it? Yeah, it's about the same, right?
Yeah, I think so.
But dude, there's that one thing when you look at the Artisan, and again, this is like kind of like beauty is in the eye of the beholder, but when you see that sheen coming off the hair that makes it look more real, something about it. The sculpted hair is very good. I really can't you know, argue one side or the other because they just both look so good. But Mike, I think you were also about to say something, and then Brick was just looked so excited to talk about it and to disappoint Graham that I had to jump to Brick. But dude, Artisan has to be your choice, right? I can't remember if we talked about it or not. I think we did. Artisan's got to be the one you're going for, right?
Yeah, I think I probably will. I was never sold on rooted hair, even though I have the in-art Batman, which I got a great copy of. I think it looks awesome. Yeah. What really put me over the edge as far as like loving rooted hair was I just unboxed my Aragorn yesterday. Ooh. And I'm like, oh my God, this is like next level realism. I love it. I can't stop taking pictures of it, and it's great. But it's because it adds dynamism to the figure in a way that you can't get sculpted. That's not the case for this figure. So that's the only reason why I need to see more pictures of it and see what the price difference is, because we know it's going to be at least like 120, right around there, difference wise. And if that's worth it to me, because I think that the sculpted does look so good and it's a very simple hairstyle. I will give them a lot of credit for getting the Artisan hair that flat to the head with a part down the middle like that. That's something we haven't seen yet from them. I think it looks excellent. There was, I don't know if this is just an artifact in the picture, but if you go back to the sculpted, there's like a little, like, it looks like an errant strand of hair in the back. And I thought it was the rooted at first until I looked.
That right. What the? So Graham, we'll come back to your question. I never noticed that. Look at that.
Yeah.
Hold on. It's right here.
Right. And so When I first looked at these pictures on my phone, I thought I was looking at the Artisan until I looked down at the bottom, and I was like, oh, because that was my concern. If you get the Artisan, like, will you have kind of like hairs that separate a little bit from the rest, and it doesn't have that sleek look, and then you got to maintain it and stuff. Dude. And then I was like, yeah, see, you're already getting one there. And I was like, wait a minute, this is the Sculpted.
Let me say this, dude. So, like, I got the Artisan Luke recently. Phenomenal figure. I mean, you know how excited for it I was.
Me too.
I had a couple loose hairs, dude, and I've been doing this with all rooted hair figures, not just Hot Toys. A little bit of water to reactivate that product, and it flattens right down. You know, and rooted hair figures, like Brick was.
How much do you press on? Or I'm sorry, how much do you like press on it? Like how hard?
So it depends on how stubborn the hair is. If I'm like, bitch, get down, like I gotta kind of like stick it against there and kind of tuck it in between another hair. But generally speaking, get the brush a little wet, like kind of wick it off in the sink or wherever you're getting it wet, and then just brush it down, and it'll lay down if you're careful with it. Make sure you follow the pattern of the hair. Like obviously, if it's going down this side of the head, don't try to slick it over the other side of the head. Kind of like Mike was saying with the Wick Artisan, how they got a nice developed hairline there.
Well, that's the thing. Like it's easier for messy haired figures to kind of just, you can't really get it that wrong, right? Whereas this one has to look pretty good to get it, you know, if you're going to mess with it yourself. But one other thing I want to say too is like, see that little plastic seam line on his pinky there? Like they really didn't do a great job with the Wick forehands. And obviously this is a prototype. They're going to improve. We've seen things like that they improve upon. But I just hope there's more detailing and paint work on this version's hands than on 4. So that's all I got.
And it's funny to see John Wick with all his fingers again, dude. Like, remember the original John Wick 4 prototype?
Had to change it.
Yeah. And I think I am too, Graham. I think I am as well. Because Graham, by the way, guys, Graham was asking if it's which it's going to be, if it's $100 more or more than the Sculpted, will you get it? And the answer is yes, because I am also chronically ill. By the way, what's up, Philly, my dude? Giving a big shout out to Brick. Philly is the best, and yeah, Philly, thank you for being here, my friend. I appreciate you. Hope you're doing well. There's another comment. Dave is over here talking about the Kojin. Dave, you and the J&D stuff. He's trying to sell me on J&D, and then he was, and then he eventually gave up because he knows, like, I told him, and I'm putting this on record again, the only thing that will really sell me on J&D, there's 2 things. One, if they magically were somehow to get the Star Wars license and do an Anakin, which is not going to happen. Or 2, they did say that they're going to do a Hagrid, and he's one of my favorite characters, and NART said as of right now, they have no plans on doing him. So at that point, I will buy the J&D Hagrid, because I absolutely love that character, and I have a custom Happy Birthday Harry birthday cake that I bought. So, because they're Fusion Collectibles, shout out to Fusion Collectibles. They do a custom, you can buy it from them for like $35, and it's beautiful, and I love it.
Man,
so
I'm so mad at myself
that
for
waiting
missing out on those Harry Potter figures.
Brick, and I remember I told you multiple times.
I know, and but it's because I had already missed out on Harry Potter, and then I was this close to getting Ron and then getting Harry Potter later. But
hey, man, nothing's ever really gone. You know, you can get it if you want. I'm trying to get a Gandalf, and I'm like, oh my god, the prices on this thing. So anybody out there who wants to sell me their Gandalf, what's up?
That's where I really want NR to do Hagrid, because I could do a Hagrid and Harry Potter, you know what I mean, and make it look like they're walking down Diagon Alley or something. So,
dude, I will say this. You know, Mike was talking about Aragorn. I just want to give a quick like shout out to NR, because that Hermione is beautiful, and there's so many subtle things they improved on. The legs are very nicely done. Like, it's got more weight than the other kids from the first film. The hair, they made some subtle changes to the hair color. It doesn't look quite as like dip dyed on the end, because that was technically inaccurate. If you look at photos of her from the first film, there is a transition to a lighter color, but the prototypes, and even like the very first like influencer, like China batches, I guess they wouldn't be influencer batches at the time, they had kind of more of a transition, I noticed. And now it's much more of a seamless transition. Beautiful figure. I really, you know, Chris was on the phone with me and I was opening it. I'm like, dude, I'm just like blown away. This figure is just so amazing. So if you're waiting for Hermione, if you're one of that first 27% from Kit who either got yours or is waiting for it now after being invoiced, you're going to be so happy. Trust me, it is beautiful. I had no QC issues this time. Ron, that freaking rat, broke like 3 times. Scabbers broke like 3 times. And I requested another one. They sent it to me. It's broken in the mail. So I had bad luck with that. But Hermione, beautiful, flawless, like such an amazing figure. Yes, dude, I cannot wait for that Snape. I cannot wait for it. Sorry, we're going off topic with Harry Potter, but I'll just nerd out for an hour and burn up all of our time. We do have to pick up the pace a little bit here. So, anybody that wants to share your thoughts on John Wick? I know a few of us have been able to. We kind of have to get this out of the way. We don't have too many like long-term topics yet. I might actually skip one, or maybe just let Sean talk about it briefly because I know he's going to want to.
Yeah, I'll be quick on John Wick.
But yeah, Sean, do you have any thoughts? Obviously, we don't have a lot to go off of because we only have like 2 photos of each. But what are your thoughts?
Overall, I really like both the Artisan and the Sculpted. Usually, I'm not going after the Artisan, but I'm going to with this one. I'm actually going to get both. So with the Sculpted version, I'm going to go with this look right here with the turtleneck, and with the Artisan version, I'm going to do the black shirt and the black tie.
Yeah, that'll be cool. That's actually a good idea. I like that you have those options too. I love the turtleneck though, dude. Like a guy that's just a literal killing machine wearing a turtleneck just has like a funny thing to it to me. I just love it. So yeah, I'll be using the turtleneck on this one.
I'm going for the Artisan as well, and it'll be my first John Wick. I kind of skipped out on the 4th. Weirdly, the finger thing kind of bugged me, and I just never got around to it. And I was like, something's still not hitting with me. And there were rumors of Artisan when they started doing all this Artisan stuff, and I was like, I'm gonna just wait it out. And sure enough, here it is, and it's from the OG film, so super stoked about that.
Yeah, I'm thinking I'm back. That's what Hot Toys said when they dropped this little teaser after J&D showed theirs. Speaking of J&D, Lane, and we'll jump to you again. We're gonna keep it a little brief, but I want to jump to you, Lane, because we do have,
go ahead to the J&D.
J&D showing their John Wicks, and we know, I think like base price on this one is going to be like $700 for the single pack. It's just, and I don't even want to get started.
$700 for the single?
That's our normal price range. Will be.
Yeah.
I mean, even the Harvey Dent was like $13.99 or something for the dual pack. The Catwoman is only available in $17.99 or $18.99.
They're selling out though, ain't they? Don't they always sell it?
By the way, guys, real quick, 110 people watching. That is nuts. Ooh. We appreciate you guys. Thanks for being here. Drop a like, subscribe if you haven't already. Real quick, I know it's scrolling across the bottom of the screen, but also we're doing 2 giveaways towards the end of the stream. We're giving away an in-art Michael Jackson for channel members. So if you haven't become a channel member before we cut it off towards the end of the stream, you still can. And also for everybody here, Lane is giving away a Hot Toys brand new Harrison Dula. So some awesome giveaways coming towards the end of the stream. Thank you for supporting. Again, 24 hours, 112 people still here. That's friggin' insane. Brick, look what you did, man. You made it happen, dude. So
absolutely.
Let's effing go.
Yes, sir. But Lane,
that's terrible.
Call me a hater, but I don't think this looks good for the price. I really
don't. That looks like Keanu Reeves at 70. I know he just turned like 61 or something like that, but it's well, you guys know I like J&D statues, but I have never been a J&D figure person because I think their pricing is ridiculous. Like you can get third scale Prime 1 statue. I mean, to just put, so for recently, like let's say this comes up for the dual pack, maybe it's like, I don't know, $1,400 for depending on which, if it's John Wick 1 or 4. They just put out, Prime 1 just put out, I showed you actually earlier, like yesterday, they just put out a Fade Routha third scale statue that looks dead on for Austin Butler as the Harkonnen from Dune Part 2. Dude. And that statue is $14.99.
Yeah, I was telling you earlier, I was really hoping, because InArt had mentioned that they were interested in doing Dune 2 stuff, and they specifically name dropped Shawnee, Paul, and Fade Rothra, and I was hoping to see him, but it looks like maybe right now the ship has sailed.
Yeah, but I'm just gonna say, I'm leaving out the price for leaving out the price for getting all of that right now. This is very disappointing for a prototype. Now, always, as we say, there's prototype. They can change stuff. Hey, Kaiju Daddy. There's always things, because look at what they did with the Joker. Like after even that was a production piece some people got, and everybody said it looked like garbage. So they took it back. Who knows? they had to take some money hit for production or whatever, redoing that stuff, and they made it look better. Now, is it 100% better? I think than some of the I mean, there's so many effing Ledger Jokers and everything at this point. It's hard for me to say this is the absolute 100 times better than the other one. But if you're trying to get some, I think you guys would agree. In some ways, prototypes can be one of the most important things because, especially whether you're talking statue, figure, whatever, but especially when you're basically selling figures for high-end statue prices. We're not just comparing two different mediums or something. Yeah, now there could be more pictures where it looks better, but we got to go off what
someone made a point to me. It might have been Dave. He said, like, why are they showing these head sculpts in such dark lighting? Like, you would think they'd be like proud to show them off. Like, it is weird. I will say it is very weird. It's like almost like they want to show the silhouette of it, but they're not quite ready to show like a full like revised prototype. I don't know. It's a bit weird.
Here's, I guess, just a quick question. Maybe you could just send yes, no to everybody on the panel. Is that, would you guys agree, especially for when you're doing live action head sculpt, would you guys think, whether you're talking Hot Toys or whoever, for figures, statues, whatever, if you're doing a live action actor, actress in a role of something, barring, I guess, their a CGI creature or something, they have to make sure the prototype looks like 90% accurate at least or something for it as a selling point, because I can tell you right now, just looking in between these two, this is just going off these limited pictures, just first impression is basically what they're giving us. Whether it's sculpted or artisan, I would go for the Hot Toys one in just like a millisecond over the J&D, leaving out price. I'm just saying, comparing from what we can see of each of the product right now, I would go for this one because I think the other one, just from the head sculpt, looks terrible.
And then not leaving out price. Let's even say you go for the artisan. If we had to guess, let's say maybe the Wick artisans, right, in the early 400 range, you're still saving like $300, And like was pointed out by Dave in the chat, that's if you can buy direct. If it's not licensed to buy direct, you're paying like $900 from like Kit or somebody that's carrying these as a reseller.
Yeah.
So $900 for one figure, and you have the option to get one with rooted hair that looks pretty damn good for $400 plus taxes and shipping. I think for a lot of people, especially because J&D does have more of a niche collector base, especially for I shouldn't say especially, more so for the 1/6 stuff, because they have great business with statues. It's
and
when
you're trying J&D's trying to punch their way in after
yeah,
and others have already in that. So even more so in this economy, in the world economy, you're fighting for space, and you're fighting Hot Toys just for the sheer amount of volume of stuff that they put out for different licenses as well, not including 3-0, not including some of the other makers who are doing maybe like robot stuff or whatever, like Transformers or something, and killing. You are fighting for space. You can't have even, I think, first look teaser like that got to be shown like holy crap, that looks like Keanu Reeves is staring at me right now or something. Yeah, that's just me. Sorry, I carried on there a little bit too long.
No, it's okay. I mean, because you're ending off the topic.
That's what I just feel like. It's even more now. At least Hot Toys makes a better, like, if we're just comparing in the last couple of days, Hot Toys makes a much better first impression on just showing you the whole thing, so kind of, okay, I've got a good idea at least what I'm going to get.
Yeah.
If I decide to try, especially if you're going to take time and now, as we've seen for even these artisan figures, it's not as hard to be able to just get in and be able to pre-order them right now. Because it might just be because now we've had over double-digit artisan figures become.
Well, this one too should be easier. Because there is a sculpted counterpart.
Mm-hmm.
So in theory, it should be easy. We'll see how that plays out. But
and naturally, people
24
like
hours? No.
cheaper options too, not just because they prefer hair sculpted.
Yeah, I agree for sure. But yeah, guys, we're going to move on from John Wick. Again, very exciting. Cannot wait to see the full reveal. I know a lot of people were asking in the Facebook group, like, where can I get this? It's not even announced yet. It's just kind of like a teaser of what's to come soon, clearly in response to J&D. yeah, we'll see what happens soon. We'll see what happens. I'm hoping to see a ton of accessories, a ton of firearms, just like we always see with John Wick. I want to see some cool out of the box stuff, so we'll see what happens.
And the dog, let's go. Come on, make it happen.
Rest in peace.
I know.
Hey, real quick, I just want to add something because I saw somebody saying that they don't think the ballerina is going to make it. I think it's going to happen.
Oh, the Ana de Armas figure. Yeah, I mean,
Yeah,
I'm surprised
I think
they
it's
haven't
gonna
done it
happen.
already. I'm very surprised they haven't already, truly.
I mean, her facial features, I mean, her cheekbones and everything else. I don't imagine like her head sculpt being easy. Keanu Reeves' head sculpt's not easy either.
No, I mean, it's kind of been proven by all the customs we've seen that were kind of off. Hot Toys, it took them quite a while to figure it out. Obviously, J&D still has some work to do in that department. So yeah, I would agree. I think it is a difficult likeness, and that's why the new one is very surprising to me because I think they finally kind of pretty much nailed it.
Yeah.
But yeah, sorry guys. I'm trying to keep track of the channel members and stuff as we're talking, so I apologize if I'm looking off the screen a lot. But moving on from John Wick, we're gonna spend very little time on this, but this is strictly. I think this is cool. I know a lot of people, they're probably like not about it, but I wanted to bring this up strictly just to let Sean talk about it very briefly because I know he's going to want to. We've got the Sergeant Hound figure here. I'll say my piece real quick. I will be picking this one up. I think this is really sick, but there's kind of a sad thing about it where they pictured this with the Phase 1 Fox and the Phase 2 Coruscant Guards and Sergeant Hound here, and it just makes you want Phase 1 Fox to be gone out of existence and just get that Phase 2 Fox finally. So yeah, this is really cool. I just wanted to show it real quick. I know Sean has a custom.
Get a custom like Sean.
that I think Sean literally just worked on, so the timing is just absolutely crazy.
So so real quick, I bought this body. Someone did the body, and then there's an individual called JL Hawk.
Yeah.
Who did the helmet. So I had him do this helmet, and then also the regular ARF Trooper helmet, and asked him to put the teeth on the side like that.
Dude, that looks like a legit Hot Toys figure. That's really nice.
Right? That looks so good.
Yeah. So he does amazing work. So what's funny is I get this in the mail, and then a week later,
yeah,
Hot Toys announces it. I think it's hilarious. I'm not even mad. And I've also pre-ordered this, but I also got JL Hawk.
Damn,
also
you got a
did
custom
this.
of that too.
Wow.
So the massive.
Yeah, that guy, he stole the Hot Toys prototype. Confirmed. That's crazy.
That's really cool because I was
really
going to
good,
ask you
dude.
if you're mad you missed out on the massive, but you didn't. So that's cool.
Yeah, it's so I'm really impressed with how Hot Toys did this. I mean, the massive itself, it's throughout Star Wars anyways, so do it whatever you want to. I mean, we only saw Sergeant Hound and another ARF Trooper from Coruscant Guard in one episode, and that's it. But I think for the price and everything, if people wanted a lot of massives, this is the time to order like 6 from Sideshow.
Yeah.
Because after that, the massive's going to go up. People will try and sell it for $200 on eBay.
Yeah, I mean, they even did that with like the bark speeders. Everybody was splitting off the figures and then selling the speeders, or vice versa, buying a bunch of them up, getting the speeders for their other clones, and then selling off the additional figures. So that's definitely going to happen for sure. And Philly, that's exactly what I was going to say. I'm like, this would be cool to have one of these dogs like with the tracker predator, because I actually have the tracker predator in my collection, and that hound, believe it or not, is very difficult to find without the broken spine pieces, because those spine pieces are super thin, specifically the ones that are towards the neck area. So I was looking at this and like, damn, that would look kind of cool with the tracker predator if you don't have the hound. But thankfully mine's fully intact, so I won't need it for that. But yeah, Sean, isn't that ironic? Again, I don't want to spend too much time on this because we do have a couple more things to get through. So just wanted to give Sean an opportunity because I knew he had a custom of it. And I'm like, dude, the timing is just insane. But
it is hilarious. It really is. And
it is crazy.
But, that's how this world is, right? I mean, somebody poured like a year or two's work one time for something, and then out of the blue, boom, Hot Toys does it.
I know. Yeah, and at the most random trooper that you wouldn't expect Hot Toys even being thinking about. And
No.
they go and do it. It's pretty awesome.
Where is the 212th?
Right. There's other things they could have done.
The AT-AT pilot, man. Really need that.
I know. Or, that frickin' the Death Star command trooper, what was the name of that one? Just Death Star's trooper. Dude.
Yeah. The Phase 3 pilot.
Give me Gree.
Yeah. Yeah, Commander Gree for the 25th anniversary of Revenge of the Sith, like, or 20, like, what are they doing? What are they doing, dude? So guys.
Oh, talk about glaze, bro. There we go.
I don't even care. I don't even care because
I'm putting on a raincoat for this one.
If this final product, I'm glazing this figure so hard because number one, and yes, we're going to start this off now because I already know what some people in the chat might say. Like, oh, this isn't the final product. This is a production sample. So we can only hope if this is a production sample that once they start moving these figures down the line, this is what it's going to look like. If this figure for less than $350 looks this good, Hot Toys and all these other companies, they're going to have to adjust their pricing or something because this figure, so this is a third-party figure. It is being done by Ekuaz Studio. These are the same people they did back in the day. They did like a Squid Game figure for the first season, like one of the troopers. They also are the ones that are doing the two snake figures. So they've got like the one, like the forest camo version, whatever you would call the other one, like a woodland camo. So this is the same company. But dude, so the rumor is that apparently like Damn Toys or, Damn Toys is also VTS Toys. They're just working under a third-party name on this with another company. But this thing is incredible. It's got like rolling eyeballs with like the yellow jaundice eyeballs. The whites on his eyeballs are jaundice yellow. He's got real leather boots, a die-cast sword, rooted goatee, rooted hair. The figure just looks absolutely incredible. I wish we had like a bigger video. This is just like an early look at a production sample that was shown off. But you could see, again, head sculpts in production. Those sculpts right there, you can watch this video yourself. Shout out to Sean Archer 55 for making this video. You can watch this video yourself and look at the translated text. He's basically talking about like, this is a production sample. You can see they're well on their way. The figure, it looks incredible, man. I mean, I really cannot believe this is
nice.
Right, this is unlicensed, and this looks like as good as an in-art figure, and I'm just really hoping that this turns out as good as this is looking here, because if it does, I'm going to be a happy camper. And here's, we were talking about this earlier, messing around with rooted hair. They're showing how you can kind of manipulate the hair, like rolling eyeballs, and the eyeballs.
How much is this figure?
Dude, it was less than $350.
So that throws the argument out about like, well, Hot Toys can do things cheaper because they produce at scale compared to.
I think it's a licensing thing, though.
It is, yes, but like real feathers on the hat, quality materials. Like the hat looks nice on his head. The monkey has a movable head. Like, dude, this, and look at the paint apps. Like, and this does scream Damn Toys to me. I have their Vito Corleone, and the paint apps are just so deep with the liver spots and everything on his face. And I love Pirates of the Caribbean, so like this is amazing. And they did tease another figure, which I cannot believe somebody's making it. But in this video, they actually teased that this same company next is doing Captain Salazar from the most recent Pirates of the Caribbean, which I love that freaking character, dude. Javier Bardem plays the character. And like that scene where he's on the boat with Captain Barbossa, and he's like, every time I tap my sword, one of your crew members die. And they finally made an accord, and then as soon as they make the deal, he just taps his sword a shit ton of times, and a bunch of them die as he walks off. Like, dude, I could not be more excited for this. And the fact that they're doing Captain... Look at the dirt in the nails and the cuticles of the fingers. Like, dude, like, this is not just some random third-party company. This has to be true that Damn Toys is working on this, like an experienced company that's been doing figures for years, because this looks like in-art quality. It really does. And, of course, again, production sample... But if this turns out, I'm going to be over the moon. I mean, he comes with everything you would want. He even comes, if you get the deluxe, you get the apple that he took a bite out of. The coin here is real metal. Another thing they pointed out, if you pre-order before, I think, September 11th or September 12th, there's the apple. It looks friggin' amazing. You get a display base thrown in with the original cost. So you don't have to pay anything extra. They show the display base at the end of this video. But, dude, I'm beyond excited for this. I love Pirates of the Caribbean. Love these films so much. And I had the SW Toys version. As soon as I saw this was announced, it was a day one pre-order. Look at him next to the Artisan Jack, dude. Just like a match made in heaven. Right there. Captain Salazar. Right there in the back. And it's going to be tough for them to do that head sculpt because he's literally missing part of his head because obviously he's like cursed. He's undead. I can't wait to see that. I literally have said so many times, like that was like the top of my list, and I was losing my mind when this was pointed out to me that he showed this in this video. I did ask him because I was very excited. I was like, do you know anything about Captain Salazar or when this is being released? And he said there's no additional details on anything at this time. But he did say in this video, Captain Salazar is next. So I'm beyond excited. I don't know if I'm the only like really big Pirates of the Caribbean fan here, but I've got the Artisan Jack. I know Brick, you're probably foaming at the mouth right now looking at this one.
Dude, this looks really, really good. I mean, the head sculpt, especially the head sculpt, like the accessories, like you were pointing out, and then to know that they're going to do more from the Pirates of the Caribbean line, and to see this figure side by side, the Artisan, and it looks just, you know, I'm not trying to say like, I feel like when you say this looks as good as like an Artisan or in art, people might be like, oh, what the heck, you know, but like it really does. Like it looks really good, and that's props to this company. I've never heard of this company, if I'm being honest, but this is a figure I'm going to look into, man, because having somebody next to Jack or anything next to Jack would be killer. So heck yeah, man.
And real quick, Justin, Mike is having, of course, as soon as we try to get, by the way, thank you so much, my friend, for the $2 super chat. Of course, when we try to get a full screen glazing, he gets off of the camera. So unfortunately, I can't get that for you right now, but if he comes back, we'll smile. Oh, there we go. Full screen glazing for 4 to 3 seconds. Or 3 seconds. That's your glazing face. All right, there you go. there's your 3-second glazing face. But yes, to answer your guys' questions, and if somebody, one of our moderators maybe, or somebody can drop a link in the chat, the pre-orders just got extended, I think, at least to the 8th, I believe. Or actually, no, I'm lying, because they did say like the pre-order cutoff, pre-order by the 11th. So maybe the 11th. But yeah, this looks amazing. And that's the thing, Doug. It looks just like the proto, if not a little bit better. And like to me, the eyes are better painted than a lot of Hot Toys. Like they just have that like realistic, punchy look, and like the jaundice yellow on the eyeballs and the whites of the eyeballs. It just looks amazing. And 160's Nuts makes a good point. If only every third party could put out this quality. Nice to have these characters that match the Hot Toys in our quality. Right, they'll look right at home. Because I could tell you, as someone who previously owned the SW Toys version, it was not bad at all for like 170, 180 bucks. But this is leaps and bounds better. Like the hat, the clothing, everything is better. So very, very excited for this. Again, it is available on 1/6 kit right now. So if you want to pick it up, the pre-orders did get extended. This was a day one for me. As soon as I saw it, I'm like, I'm taking a chance. I don't care. That looks really good. And I was ready to eat an NRD if it sucked. But I'm glad that I pre-ordered it. So I'm hoping I get Yomo, that AI picture of you was super. Is that AI? Maybe it's not AI. I don't know. But that's hilarious. But what's up, Yomo? Yomo says it looks a lot better and more realistic than the Hot Toy Jack. I would agree. As much as I love that Artisan Jack, I think it looks amazing. And Jose, I mean, you know, we got to see that final product. I don't want to jump the gun too much because I am glazing right now. I really am. To quote Mike, you know, because Mike loves saying glazing. But I don't care, dude. It looks amazing. It really does. I agree. It looks really, really good. So, we're gonna skip this other third-party figure just in the interest of time. But I wanted to pull this up really quick, and I know you guys aren't going to squint and read this, but if you want to pause later, if you're watching on the replay, or if you want to pause it now and read it, this is basically a statement from InArt.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, they're switching the type of silicone being used for the Wonder Woman. So it's not going to be medical-grade silicone anymore. It will be platinum silicone, which is interesting because I was looking into it, and there is medical-grade platinum silicone. So, but apparently they're switching to platinum silicone. They are offering a full refund if you got it directly from them. I don't know how that would work with Kit or somebody. You'd probably shit out of luck there for your NRD. But, yeah, they are stating here as well that you will have the option to warranty the body up to 2 years after your purchase, which I think is incredible. That is really good to see. So, yeah, keep that in mind. You have a little warranty with a seamless body, which we never ever see. So that's really cool. But, yeah, very, very exciting. I think this is really nice to see. It is just a bit unfortunate. I don't know the truth behind the durability because I've always heard the opposite. I've always heard that like medical grade silicone, especially from like Caustic Plastic, they said that like they're using medical grade silicone. Nobody else is doing that right now. It's the most durable. And like J&D, I think, uses medical grade silicone. So why now are we hearing that platinum silicone is more durable, which is kind of what they're saying here from what I understand? I don't know. But nevertheless, I do love to hear about the 2-year warranty because you don't see that a lot in 1/6 scale. It's more so like if you don't say something within the first 30 days, you're either buying replacement parts or you're out of luck. So I will give them props for that. That's pretty awesome. And thank you guys again. If you want to pre-order, there is a deluxe version and a regular version. I think to get that bonus display base that they showed off that we're just now seeing, you have to pre-order the deluxe. So keep that in mind. That won't be included if you get that standard version. Johnny said, if it wasn't for these streams and the 1/6 community members, I would not know about these unique third-party drops. I definitely appreciate all the info and updates. Absolutely. You're almost making me feel bad for not taking a look at that 1/6 scale Linda Carter. But just in the interest of time, Lane, with that being said, would you be ready right now if we wanted to do a quick little giveaway?
Oh yeah, because I know you said in about 10 minutes you wanted to be.
So yeah, I got a topic, or do you want to do our little topic first and then?
Let's do the little topic, then do mine, because I know though you're going to probably need some extra time to get all the stuff set up.
Okay, sounds good. So I've got two little quick things that I want to do with you guys. Number one, this is a question I was kind of pondering when I was thinking of like 1/6 celebration. I'm like, what is a cool question I could pose to somebody? You know, about when you're looking at your 1/6 scale collection and your journey, what is one figure that always has stood out to you, stood the test of time? You're like, you know, I'm selling a couple figures, but that one's never going to leave my sight. You know what I mean? And I'll start, and you guys have heard this from me a zillion times, and it's never going to change. It's that Hot Toys Dark Side Anakin. And there's been, you know, I have the Sith Apprentice behind me, the shiny new car, but that Hot Toys Dark Side Anakin, nothing made me feel like that one did when I first got it. Just, you know, because that... And Chris and I especially are just like obsessed with Revenge of the Sith, and like that Mustafar sequence is just my childhood and the emotion behind that scene. And guys, by the way, this question is for the people in the chat as well, so feel free to throw your answer in. Let me, I also have to close that poll. So 55% said Artisan Wick, 45% said Sculpted. So a pretty good split right there, which is about what I expected. But yeah, guys, nothing made me as excited and made me want to jump so hard into the hobby further than I already was than when I got that Dark Side Anakin. And it hasn't changed for me. You know, I look at these new Anakins and I love them. And obviously you look at like the Artisan Anakin and the Artisan Sith Apprentice Vader. They look way better than that figure. But it's the attachment to that figure that I have. It's that pit droid, that lava pit droid display base. I'm not going to sell it ever unless I just completely get out of 1/6, then it'll go. But as of right now, like that's the one that's going to stay with me as long as I'm in this hobby, because I just absolutely love it. And every time I look at it, it makes me happy. So I have a big connection to that. And you guys know Anakin / Darth Vader. Those are my two favorite characters. I count them as two because it's obviously technically two different people. But yeah, that's it for me. Brick, you look like you have your answer. I can see you smiling over there. You're like, you thought of that figure. And
I'm actually stuck between three. If you asked me this like maybe a year ago, I would go straight to Miles Morales from Into the Spider-Verse. I absolutely love that figure. 3 heads, like it comes with so much. But like now my collection is becoming more of like, I guess what means the most to me, kind of like what you're saying, right? Like, and I'm stuck between and I'm a big family guy. I got 3 kids. So like I'm actually stuck between RoboCop. I have the RoboCop 3, and that's big for me because my dad was, you know, well, when I was a kid, he was like military police. We watched RoboCop together all the time, and when it got delivered to my house, I was actually able to. He was here. It was like perfect timing. I opened it up with him. I was like, this is, you know. Yeah. But then also, I know this is funny. Like this is no Anakin. Okay, I get it. But like Lightyear. I don't know, man. Like
I love that one too, dude. I really do.
Dude, like Toy Story. I mean, Toy Story came out 1995, something like that. And so I grew up with that, and then showing my kids for the first time, and then opening up with my kids. Like to me, that means more than like, you know, how badass does the Artisan Scarlet Witch look? You know what I mean? Like, so that's kind of where I'm at with my collection right now. Yeah. But yeah, I mean, my Spider-Man collection probably means a lot to me.
I was expecting, but I love that story about RoboCop because, you know, I love RoboCop, but to hear you have that like personal connection with it is really cool. Because I was expecting, honestly, if I had to pick one that I thought you were going to say, I thought you were going to say that comic Spider-Man, not the Mondo one, but the other one.
Good, though.
Yeah. I know you love that one so much. I was honestly expecting that, but it's cool. I didn't expect to hear that from you because, you know, that's the best part about collecting this stuff is when you can find something, of course, a personal connection just for your love for the franchise, but beyond that, if you have something else to attach that to, like a memory, that's what makes it cool, and that's what makes it fun to collect this stuff. So.
And that's the thing too. Like, if I ever sold like 95% of my collection, I'd probably only keep a couple Spider-Man figures. You know what I mean? And then I would probably keep a Batman in a RoboCop and stuff like that. So,
Right.
yeah, for sure.
Great answer. I like that. Chris, I don't know what your answer would be. I know kind of like I could probably pick out like 5 where I'm like, these are probably the most important to him. But what's that one? Every time you go into that collection room, you know, you've been selling off some stuff, but you look at this one, you're like, no way I'm packing that one up because that's the one that means the most to me. Which one is it for you?
It's more recent, you know, because there was a 1.0 of it, and obviously I had to get the best version of it. It would have to be Artisan Anakin, but outside of that, this is gonna sound so weird because not a lot of people know, but it'd be Belle, just because I love Disney. She's my favorite Disney princess, and I got that beast next to it. I just love everything that comes with that set, and it's so simple.
Yeah. That's a good one, man. And I have that figure too, and I have Beast as well, because Chris and I both kind of share a love for Disney. Unless it's Captain Barbossa, then Chris won't order him. But Curtis, I'm sorry, it's at the very end of the video. That video kind of goes by quick. If you go towards the end, it's like it looks like a ship floor, like a broken ship floor. You have to kind of skip towards the end. If you go back to when I showed it on video, you could see the name of the YouTuber, or excuse me, the Instagram user, because I already forgot. But yeah, you'll see it towards the end of the video. But yeah, that's a good answer, Chris. I obviously those are 2 beloved figures for me as well. Those were 2 that I expected you to say. I also thought that maybe Andrew or Elvis would have been one of your choices.
So they're definitely in there. I just only picked one. Like if I was thinking about had to get rid of him, what would go? That's the order of operations. But then definitely Stan would be Elvis and Superman and Spider-Man. I'd really need those 5, and I'd be pretty happy.
Yeah.
Terminator.
Yeah, Terminator 2. I can't say that one right now because I'm still
because I got rid of all my 1.0 stuff, so I have nothing Terminator right now.
Steve, if I mentioned Obi-Wan, you would have freaking shed a tear. I don't want to hear it, dude. Guys, everybody in the chat, I see your answers. Once we go through the panel, I'll pull everybody's up, and we'll just kind of quickly go through them. Sean, this one might be tough to gauge for you because I know you have, I think your passion obviously lies with Star Wars, specifically clones. Like you have an amazing passion for the clone stuff because obviously, and probably for a lot of reason, because you're a veteran, that's probably a big connection for you is like, you know, it's kind of relatable in a way for you because you're like, oh, this is really cool. This, you know, this was me if I was in the Star Wars universe. I don't know. I could be talking out my ass, but that's kind of what I think about when I'm like, if I had to think why maybe you have such a connection to the clones. But what would be yours, Sean? Out of all those figures you own, all those troopers, what figure is one that you're like, and I know you don't sell stuff a lot, but if you had to be forced to sell everything, you can only keep one. What's that one that you always come back to?
So this will completely surprise you. And I've actually said this in the past, and you'll remember the moment I say it. Suicide Squad Batman.
I do remember you said this. I don't remember the reason behind it, but now I do remember.
Just like that scene where he's on top of the car and he jumps off, he quickly puts the rebreather on and his wings spread. Reminds me so much of Batman, the animated series when we were kids.
Love Batman, the animated series, man.
It's just how cool it was. Plus, I like the darker black that he has in that suit. Because it's not the same as BVS and it's not the same as Justice League. Mm-hmm. It is its own thing. And I think that's the best one. I'm actually hopeful they make a 2.0 version, but I'll still keep the original just because of the limited quantity it was and how it was an exclusive. Mm-hmm. And a lot of people didn't get it. And I was lucky enough to get it. But probably if something happened to that, it'd have to be my very first 1/6 scale figure, which is the Sideshow Airborne Trooper.
Some of those figures actually they hold up pretty decently. Obviously, like the armor's a bit loose on them and stuff, but like I still have a Sideshow 501st in my collection, not like the nicer one, like the original one, and he's just sitting on one of my bark speeders in the sidecar, and Yeah, they're still pretty cool. I mean, especially like, Bakara, unless you want to go like the custom route, there's a lot of like Neo and Bakara, like the name clones you could still get that are pretty decent from the old Sideshow stuff. Because those were worked on by Hot Toys, for those of you guys that don't know, which is pretty cool.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's cool, Sean. You did say that before, and when you said it, it refreshed my memory, but I did not expect that at first, because of course I immediately go to the clone stuff. Now,
It's okay.
Lane, for you, this is a tough one as well. Obviously I know the stuff that you're passionate about, but you very much rotate your collection often because you have limited space, and like there's so much stuff that comes out. You like to enjoy something for a time and then move on to something more exciting to you. So.
Yeah. But I would probably say the one I could put like that's, because I've literally had the point of being offered a silly amount of money for it, but I just couldn't pull the trigger. And I even put it up for sale for a silly price, and then someone came back, and I'm sorry, I can't do it. Is Crosshair.
Yeah.
Like I had someone offer me up to like about $850, $900 for him.
He's a crazy one. Yeah. That's a crazy random grail. Yeah.
Yeah. Krennic would probably be another one, but he's kind of a little bit different. It's just because I think I got the best trade ever when I got him.
It was IG-11, right?
I traded IG-11. Like that was within like 2021 or something, like within my first year.
That was when we met in the Discord, Lane. I remember that. Yeah, I remember
I traded IG-11 for Krennic, which is still like, maybe that's just something where, Krennic's not like my favorite Imperial officer or anything like that, but I love the figure so much, and that it was kind of special that I managed to get him, and it's just so memorable.
Yeah.
I remember that being the first trade I think I ever actually did. But yeah.
Yeah, that one did go phantom out of stock, and then they just printed a zillion of them.
And now they can't get rid of them to this day. But I would probably say Crosshair, and it's not even like he's the most memorable character. Obviously, there are a lot of the OT characters, stuff like that I can see once I get him unboxed, that Dark Empire look might be a long time before it goes out of my collection. But Crosshair would probably be the one, because I literally have had a boatload of money for a figure laid before me, and I couldn't do it. I just said I'm just going to keep them because I want the whole bad. I just finished on my vacation reading a new Star Wars novel that came out, which was a Bad Batch book.
I love the Bad Batch, man. I really did, and having the whole team together, because we don't see that very often. I mean, in Guardians 3,
well, you just had to talk about a Fantastic Four being the non-starter. If we can't just get in when they've shown the figure, it's not like we were waiting a year or two just to see the figure, maybe even have some kind of prototype. We saw multiple pictures of that guy, but he would probably be from, at least off the top of my head, I can think about. I guess I could maybe see Sith Apprentice, Dark Side Anakin could be one, but I've only had him 4 or 5 months now, and so it's not like something I can say that there's zero chance, or it would be last figure standing, but that might be the closest. Otherwise,
yeah, that's a good answer, dude. Again, unexpected, but I like hearing it. That's why I did this question. You make assumptions in your head, and I'm glad I was wrong about a few of them, specifically 3 of them. But yeah, great answers, guys. I love to see that. I love to see the chat's reaction to everybody's stories behind everything. I'm going to pull up. So this is what we're going to do. Here's our timeline for the remainder of the stream, guys. We're going to read everybody's answers. We're going to get into Lane's giveaway, and then we're giving away that in-art Michael Jackson, and then we're going to do a small little thing on the end, and then we're done. So we're going to go over a little bit, but I don't care. Tell Brick to sue me. Sneaky Figures says, I'd say Darkside Anakin as well, or Gandalf. Brian, being a troll here, said Captain Marvel, not. That's a great one, Philly. Philly says Christopher Reeve, Superman. I'm hoping that InArt does that 2-pack eventually. I hope that's not just going to disappear into the abyss, because I sold my Hot Toys one in hopes of that one getting released, or announced soon, so we'll see. Duck Collector said, I sold my Darkside Anakin, not the original. No, the original. I guess he meant not the original. If you're talking about the one that you literally just got, the Sith Apprentice Anakin, that's crazy, because I know you literally just got that last week, which I'm guessing that's what you sold for $900, because ain't nobody paying that for Darkside Anakin nowadays. They did at one point. Noon Tune says, Hot Toys Nicholson Mime Joker, he's perfect. Awesome figure, not one that's on my list. I actually have the DX08 on the way whenever it decides to show up. It's in the middle of nowhere at this point. But I also have the Mars Toys Mr. J, the museum look. And you know me, if you guys know me, I love 89 Batman, 92 Batman. So any of the Burton stuff I absolutely love. So that's awesome. I love that answer. Thank you, Yomo. Yomo says, respect the GOAT, Steve. Get out of here with that Obi-Wan stuff, man. Obi-Wan's number 2. He ain't number 1. There's Venom Collector. What's up, Venom? Venom says, DX08 Nicholson, literally what I was just talking about. And Arkham Asylum Joker, that Mark Hamill Joker. I almost bought one of those the other day, and it didn't work out, but I need to get that one eventually. At least I have a Mark Hamill Joker from Batman the Animated Series, my friggin' favorite. Love
and
Batman
the Killing Joke
series.
is coming.
And the Killing Joke I do have on pre-order as well, so that's really, really exciting. Yeah, Figurecraft, Philly's saying he also loves the Nicholson Joker. Here's where I got that DX08. I've been waiting. Mars, I was hoping he was going to do a 2.0 because he was kind of acting like he was going to. He hadn't said anything about it, and then when Yost came out, by the way, condolences to Yost and everything that happened with his mother. His mother unfortunately passed away. I know he was supposed to be part of this event. So if you guys have a chance, head on over to the Facebook group and just say something nice, because I'm sure he could use that right now. But Yost had mentioned that he tried to get the licensing for Jack Nicholson, and Jack Nicholson straight up said, no, I'm not doing that anymore, basically. So after that happened, I'm like, all right, well, I'm not waiting anymore. I'm getting the DX08. So I do have that on the way. Hopefully it arrives to me here shortly, because I'm getting impatient now, because like I said, I love 89 Batman, so we'll see. But Sonny says, one figure that has always been a fave in my collection is the OG blue red coat Harley Quinn. Artisan Harley Quinn, I can't wait for that one. I'm very excited for that one. I've been waiting forever for that one because I don't have a Harley in my collection at all. Not even like a Batman the Animated Series Mondo or anything like that. I have nothing, so really excited to get that one for sure. Curtis says, amazing, thank you. I'll look at, absolutely, no problem. Mark says, RoboCop, the terrific sequel to Blue Thunder, check it out. They thematically sync. That's hilarious. I've never seen Blue Thunder, but I do love RoboCop, so I'll have to look into that. D-Lo in the house. What's up, my dude? D-Lo says, Han Solo in disguise, simple but perfect. Yeah, I love that. And that head sculpt almost has like a somewhat of a caricature to it. Like it looks like Harrison, but it's got that, like, you know what I mean. I love that figure though, and it sells for a shit ton of money and has for quite a long time. But I love it. I absolutely love it. Of course, I have that in my collection. I bought an extra Death Star wall back in the day to put him on, and love that figure. So that's a great choice. I mean, Ryan, you like a lot of stuff. I think that's your problem. You like a lot of stuff like I do. So Johnny says, for me, it's the Hot Toys Obi-Wan Kenobi, my 4th ever figure ever. Which one are you? Oh, OT. I'm sorry. So he's talking about Ben Kenobi. That's a great figure. The likeness on that thing is insane.
Even to this day.
Yeah, absolutely.
You said Grail figure, that's like one of them for sure.
Yeah, I agree. It's a beautiful figure. Manny said, let's effing go. No, I'm sorry to hear that, dude. That sucks. Yeah, Philly, I'm excited to get that, dude. I cannot wait. I cannot wait to get it. I've waited too long, and it's time. I want my DX08. So, guys, let's get into the giveaways. Lane, I'm going to pull this up so everybody knows what's going on. We're doing this first, and then we're going to do the channel member giveaway. Lane, tell them how they can win. And, guys, until we say go, don't start typing. I'm going to say that right now. And just to clarify, we're going to say it again, lower 48 states for this one. So, unfortunately, if you're a channel member and you're overseas, you're not in the U.S., you can win the Michael Jackson. But if you're not in the U.S., please don't comment because you're not going to win. If you get the right answer, you're not going to win. But Lane, and again, not until we say go. Go ahead.
So what we're doing for Hera tonight is, if you've been a regular channel watcher or something like that, you probably have a good idea.
Lane, real quick. Sorry, I forgot to ask you to do this. Can you put the answer in our private chat? Okay. And while Lane's doing that, let me say this, guys. I know how this goes sometimes. Whoever we deem on our end is the first person to do what they have to do, that's who wins. It's not like, oh, on my screen, it says I was first. Don't care. We just got to go by what we see. So whatever in StreamYard shows us who said whatever needs to be said first, that is who is the winner. We're doing this freaking Western-style shootout way. No duck race, no wheel spin for this one. Straight up shootout. Whoever's the fastest.
This is the way we could also make it for who's here at this time as well.
Exactly. That way we guarantee whoever.
Because we already with the other one, it is a complicated version, so we want to keep this simple. Okay, so basically, I will be putting a question out here. If you have listened to some of our streams in the past, at any point, probably in the last 100, whatever, what are we up to? 180, 173? Yeah, well, within the last 84 years, been waiting around. This is a question, a statement I will have made before during our stream. So if you're a regular watcher, you have a better chance of maybe answering it.
And then, Lane, another thing you and I discussed, we wanted to make clear, make sure you have to be exact. So this particular thing or person goes by a specific, he goes by different names at different points in the series. You have to say the one that Lane is
You're
thinking
giving
of.
too much information.
Well, you're about to say it anyway, but we just have to tell them that. But yes.
Yeah, okay. So the question is, if you can answer first 1, 2 answer type from our end, we see.
After Lane says go. After Lane says go.
Is what have I mentioned as my favorite movie villain of all time? Give you 5 seconds to think about it. Go.
Let's see who gets it first. Let's see who's quick on their feet, quick on their fingers. Let's see who can get it. Again, it's whatever it shows in StreamYard is who gets it first.
Hey, do you want a countdown for this?
No, we're just gonna. Oh yeah, we're good. We're just letting them go. Letting them go. Not seeing it yet. We all know the answer.
Wicked Witch from Oz. Love it.
That was unexpected.
Oh, come on, guys. I know you've been here. I've typed it. I've said it before.
I'm shocked. I thought this was going to be a quick one. I thought this was going to be a quick one. Oh. Lane, are we counting that?
You guys said specific.
Okay, I'm going to say it has to be spelled correctly. Okay.
So
we've got it. Looks like
because there's one person.
It looks like Johnny Chronicle was the first to get the full name.
Yeah.
Okay, so someone else did almost get it, but they did misspell it and didn't put the whole thing. So I think we're going to call it there. We have a winner.
Johnny Chronicles.
Johnny Chronicles, the superhero himself, has won a Hot Toys Hera Syndulla, courtesy of Lane. Thank you, everybody, for absolutely firing off answers. Hopefully we didn't get you banned from YouTube for a little bit. But Johnny, congrats, my friend. You have won Hera Syndulla. And by the way, might I add, she is mighty fine of a figure indeed. What a fantastic figure. So amazing. Johnny, if you could somehow reach out to Lane, if not, reach out to me. Lane is on Facebook. So if you want to find Lane, you can find Lane on Facebook.
And
if not, you can reach out to me.
The show one more
Lane,
time if you weren't here. What?
Watch your address. Just be careful.
Congratulations, Johnny.
Yeah. So here we have the Hera Syndulla, and this will be ready as soon as you try to get back to us as soon as possible, Johnny.
Congratulations, Johnny.
And I will get this up to you.
Hey, does Johnny even
exactly what you've won? You've won the cakes.
Yeah. So Johnny, this is what you're taking home, my friend. I mean, that's a pretty good win. But in all seriousness, awesome figure, awesome prize from Lane. It's a beautiful figure. It really is. I love this figure so much. As a fan of Rebels, even if you're not a fan of Star Wars or something, you could trade it to somebody for something you like, But truly, thank you so much, Lane, for this awesome prize. And it's a beautiful figure. And Lane surprised me with it because we were going to give away another one. And Lane was like, let's do this instead. And I was like, that's amazing. So,
and have you finished accepting people for if there was any limited subs or anything, or did you already finish that?
I will give them starting now. I will give everybody 1 more minute to become a channel member before we pull the winner. Ooh. And then I'll verify my list. So once... Again, I'm looking at the live counter on StreamYard. Once it hits 2 minutes after 2 hours, that's when I'm cutting it. So if you guys want to, feel free to jump in. If not, we're going to finalize our results. Lane's giving one more channel membership. Hold on 1 second. Let me not knock Hera over. Let's see who got that, because it doesn't immediately pop up on YouTube. Let me see who got it. Let's see.
Canvas Collectibles.
Wow, look at that. Last minute.
Wow.
Danny. Hold on. Why is it not showing me on YouTube? Why can you guys see it, not me? That's crazy. I'm watching the timer at the same time. We got 15 more seconds. If nothing else pops through, we're cutting it off We're cutting it off there. I got to cut it off at some point. So I'm going to feel
He's like,
bad.
got his card. He's like, son of a...
Yeah. All right. So
Enter the number.
officially we're cut off unless someone, okay, we're done. Okay. So last one, Danny Canvas X Collectibles. Let me type him into the list.
That would be funny if he wins it. I will not lie. That will be insane if that
Would
wild.
be crazy. Yeah.
But hey, guys, I just want to do one more because we had a lot of people here. You guys have all been great to be with us here tonight and everything. From whether it's just us or you've been catching multiple streams for this 24 hours. I just want to say before you roll the thing and get everything finished, thank you very much for joining us with us, guys. Also to the panel, you guys have all been fantastic tonight. It's been a lot of fun. It helped that we had some great figures to actually talk about too, as well.
I agree. So guys, I'm just finalizing my list here. Even, it's showing, okay, so we have 50 channel members. I've got 50 in the list. Again, we're doing it spin wheel style. I did shuffle. So I'm going to shuffle everybody's names. This is only for channel members. So don't be in the chat saying, where's my name not in there? And I don't see that green name for you. We got 50 people who are currently channel members. So let me bring this tab up. I'm bringing this tab up now. Hold on one sec.
Hey, that's not bad for a chance to get this Michael Jackson, though.
1 in
with
50.
only 50.
Yeah, Oh, and I don't even have us on the screen. Here, let's do this. We're going to do this so we can clearly see it. I'm going to get this Hot Toys Hera giveaway out of the way. Again, guys, I want to say massive, massive shout out. And please, out of the pureness of your heart, the kindness of your heart, even if you don't win, go over and follow Jeremy Casa, Plastic Hero Collectibles on Instagram.
Yeah,
hop into the Facebook group. If you need day one figures or if you need him to find some random ass third party figure that's super rare, he's going to find it. So he is really that dude. There's a reason we asked him for a prize. Brick approached him for a reason because Jeremy's just such a sweet guy. Yeah. And he's the best. So
when he's so quick at responding and talks to you, like, he's awesome.
Yeah.
Absolutely. So guys, I have the list up here. In all fairness to everybody, I'll scroll through the list. I'm seeing 50 channel members from YouTube's end, and I double check my list, so everybody should be here. For whatever reason, you don't see your name in this list, speak now or forever hold your peace. I would feel really bad if I left you out, but I'm seeing 50 names. I double checked my list before I started, so I think everybody's in here. So I did shuffle this list, so I think we're ready to go. 1 in 50. His store is through Facebook, yes. You can also contact him on Instagram. Thank you. Appreciate it. So,
nice.
Guys, this is for, let me remind you again, I'm obviously playing this up for a reason. This is for In Art Michael Jackson, the one that's been released, slowly released. I'll be getting mine on Tuesday, not for free. But this is for the In Art Michael Jackson, the Dangerous Tour version. Who's going to be our winner? I don't know.
Let's see.
We're here to find out. So, guys, you have to be here. So, it's going to really suck. It's going to really suck if one of y'all win and you're not here. You have to be here. I want to see, I'm here, or something stupid in the chat showing that you're here after you win. So, here we go. Congrats to the winner. Thank you, everybody, for entering. I appreciate each and every one of you. Let me make sure there's not something important. Oh, sounds good, dude. Sounds good. All right. Here we go. In Art Michael Jackson, rooted hair, the king of pop, who has won Adam 12, baby! Adam, I hope you're here. I hope you're here, Adam, because if not, you're going to lose out.
That is crazy. Earlier.
Adam, I hope you're here. Please try to tag
him. He shows up when I add him, but I don't know.
That's all you got to say to get Adam to come out. Woo! Where are you, Adam? Please be here, dude. God. Adam, I don't want to be having this conversation that you missed out on the King of Pop. I don't want to hear it, Adam.
I know. I'll clown on myself.
Is Adam...
I thought I saw him earlier.
Okay, hey, real quick, guys, in chat, if you can, please don't type in right now to see if we get a response from Adam.
Yeah, Adam, unless you're tagging Adam, you could tag Adam, but...
His name pops up when you go to Adam, but...
So he's here then. I'm going to give him... I'll give him another minute. I'll give him a minute, and if not, I'm going to have to re-roll it. I'll give him until 9:10. It's 9:08 right now.
Yeah. But guys, try not to type in chat real quick at just this moment so we can see if his name pops up.
At 9:10, if Adam does not say that he's here, I will have to pull his name out of the list and rerun it. So, Adam, I hope you show up, dude, because that's going to be so sad if you miss out on it.
Yeah, he's going to...
But Adam, I hope that, like Superman, your favorite comic character, I hope you come flying in at the last second, because once it hits 9:10 on my phone, I'm gonna
Justin's
have to re-roll
here.
it.
No,
I'm gonna have to re-roll it, and if I do have to re-roll it, guys, I will shuffle the list again and then re-roll it. But I will have to pull Adam out. So
there he
I'll have to put
is. He's
One
here.
Adam 12 is here.
There you go.
He made it on time. Adam, you just won an in-art Michael Jackson. How do you feel? And I got the microphone up to his face right now.
Give us a good old hee.
Woo! That's for Adam.
Oh,
Adam, you know, I'm happy for you. And guys, once again, show some love to Jeremy, because if we can, channel members, I'll try to get you some more stuff. If Jeremy sees y'all are showing him love, maybe I can try to convince him. I don't know, Mr. Painted Nipples. I'm Mike's coming back as Mr. Painted Nipples. Adam.
Yo, that can you hear me? That's an old name because I'm streaming from my phone. I think that's from like 6
That's
months ago. I have
crazy.
no idea. Yeah. Anyway,
That's crazy. Adam hitting the hey. Well, Adam, congrats, dude. Adam, you know how to find me. Congrats, my friend. Thank you, everybody who entered. Again, we're gonna get the ball rolling here. We're gonna try to get Jeremy to give more free stuff away. So you got to show him some love. Hop over on Instagram, Facebook, what have you. Check him out. Adam's gonna do a break dance. Adam's probably doing backflips right now in his kitchen because he just can't believe.
I would love to see
Yeah, he can't
Adam
believe.
doing backflips.
He said, was that me after Adam? It was. And Flavio was actually the one right before him.
Oh my gosh.
So I know Flavio's killing himself right now because Flavio was in the theaters, not literally, but he's like probably stomping on the ground in the movie theater right now. But guys, truly, everybody who became channel members, we're gonna try to get more for you. But I appreciate each and every one of you. Adam, congrats, my friend. Adam, I know has been a channel member for quite some time, so I appreciate you for all the support. And Adam is an absolute sweetheart, so I'm very happy for him. Congrats, my friend. We'll get you squared away. Sean, I know. Lane, you have to head out.
Yes, correct.
Awesome. Well, Lane, we're going to figure out everything with the giveaway. We appreciate you, my friends. We'll square away everything with Johnny. Johnny, please reach out to one of us somewhere. I'm on Facebook, Instagram. If you type Hot Toys Hotline, for those of you guys who don't know, we have a Facebook group. Head on over to there. You can find me there. Or on Instagram at Hot Toys Hotline.
Yeah,
Adam,
hey, guys,
Adam, you know how to find me.
Yeah, it was great, guys. Hey, sorry to have to, but I have a phone call coming. I got.
That's okay.
Talk to you later.
Take care, Lane. Appreciate you, my friend.
Hey, Lane.
Sean, do you want to do something similar just because it makes it easy on us to pick a winner? You want to do something similar to how we just did with Lane for your giveaway? Something like that?
Yeah, I was just typing on keep it up just in case. So my question is going to be, hello, Mr. Painted Nipples. Are they pierced? Anyways.
That's crazy.
All right. That is not the question. The question is, what is one of my dog's names?
Ooh.
So I only have 2 dogs right now.
Damn.
What is one of their names? For a
I didn't
$30
know that.
gift card to Sideshow.
$30 gift card to Sideshow. One of his dogs. I don't even know his dog's name.
Buckus.
Dave is crazy.
I've had a video where they came in
Shit. They're heading over to your
and
channel.
doing a collection tour. No.
If you guys want to do some research, Sean has a channel. You can head on over to Nightmares Cave. It's in the description. If it gets too crazy, Sean,
Dude,
you might
he
have to give
says
him
it
the
all the
first
time.
letter.
That's the crazy part, and I'm gonna feel so stupid.
I don't know. I know what the dogs look like in my head because I've seen them so many times,
Yeah.
but I don't know their names. Sean, if it gets too Connor Jr., that's wild, Justin. That is crazy. That's crazy.
So
Dave. Why is everybody
Philip
saying
the
Dave?
Fool? We had a dog once named Max,
That doesn't
but we
help
actually
us,
called
Sean.
him Maximus Prime.
Sean, give him the first letter. We'll start with that.
the
What's
first letter.
Yes.
Okay, one is with an M, and one is with an S.
M as in Matt, and then
Hey,
S.
I knew S. I said Sadie.
It's probably Matt.
Mo.
So they're
No.
both. They're both
M or
female.
S, guys? People are still guessing other letters. M or S. Matt, what is Matlock? Dude? That's like a-
Molly.
M or S? Stop saying. Johnny, come on, dude.
Scooby.
That's actually pretty funny.
Oh,
Raggy. That's actually kind of funny. Sugar.
Okay,
Dude.
should we give him one more minute?
I said
We got to give him an additional hint, dude.
Sally.
Dude,
Okay,
it's not Connor anything, Justin.
Connor.
Mad Max. Okay, you guys are.
Literally. Okay, how to make this simple.
Sabrina.
Is it
No.
is it from are they in any movies or video games
Star
or
Wars
anything you can
related.
relate it to?
No.
Shit. Severus, that'd be kind of fire, but probably not. Sarge.
That would be cool. Severus.
All right, Adam,
to,
I'm taking the
Herman
you're
Shepherd.
not getting Michael Jackson anymore for that one. I'm just joking. That's a good guess. Milo's a good guess, but it's not S or, you know. Can we
So
give him
it's
another
not
hint?
anything related to anything.
Okay. Well, Sean's it's an impossible giveaway, guys.
All right.
Okay.
So should we just do the randomizer and then?
Sean, I only have channel members in the randomizer. There's
Okay.
got to be something easier. This is what I told Lane. I was like something that people could easily guess.
Okay. All right. Here we go.
All right, we're redoing a different topic.
Okay. So
Roll the names, though.
this is an individual IP. Okay. What is the cat's name?
Jeez.
Dude.
Milo.
What do you mean it's an individual IP? It's the name of
It's,
the IP?
it's from an individual IP that Hot Toys has made.
Garfield.
Hot Toys doesn't make Garfield, and you can't
Yeah, I
win,
know.
Chris.
Oh, the cat. I know a cat from Hot Toys. I won't say it.
But it's not. Is it a cat that Hot Toys has
No,
made, or they
it's
made
not
the
a cat.
IP?
That would be way
Oh.
too narrow.
Oh, okay, okay.
Dude,
No.
Is it what they just did?
this is everybody at this point. They're like, you could keep your $30, Sean. Sean, okay, you got to give us something else. Like,
Okay. All right.
is it a
something else.
superhero? Like, is it?
So,
Dude, this
It's not their
shit's just
direct
fine.
name. but it's within what they're known for being. And it's a Marvel character.
What they're known for?
Oh,
being.
see, I was thinking Selena because you said cat.
James, yeah. James Bond, the cat. Mr. Bond, Geronimo. Dude, we're falling apart here.
I don't-
All right. So does anyone want to know my dog's names?
I
Sean,
said that. I
We
said,
have
what
to-
are they?
please, Sean, please tell me it's Scarlet. Is it Rocket or Scarlet? Please.
Okay. So it starts with a T.
A T, and it's.
Yep.
I don't even know. Miss Mar
It's a Marvel cat.
starts with a T, and it's Marvel related.
Yep. It's
So
not their
what's the
direct
cat
name,
have
but
to
it's
do with
something
it?
they're known
Oh,
for.
is this it? Is this it?
No.
That's a good guess, dude, because Thanos
that's
is
a
the
cool
Mad
name.
Titan. That's a good guess, the Mad Titan. Tiberius. What they're known for. It's not their direct name, so it's like their nickname. So it's not like
Yeah.
Thanos, but the Mad Titan is also what he's known for. Tit. Okay, Ryan. You're not eligible. Janos. That's hilarious. He's like, just change one letter. Change a couple letters, Janos.
Shadows.
The Winter Soldier. That would be insane. The Winter Soldier, the cat, Bucky. Oh, shit,
I keep
dude,
thinking of Black Panther. It's like a big
That-
cat.
That wasn't the answer, was it, Sean?
No.
Oh, okay, because that would actually kind
No,
of
it starts with a T. As in
Yeah,
tango.
that's what I'm saying, but I keep thinking of
Tanker.
No.
I don't even know this. Tiger. What
Bro,
the-
Can you put it in the private chat so we can help?
Yeah,
with this,
please,
maybe?
please, Sean, give
Yeah,
us the answer.
yeah.
I'm sorry, guys. This was an impromptu giveaway. Sean just wanted to throw an extra giveaway in there. Thomas, T'Chaka. What about T'Challa? I'll throw that in
T'Challa.
there.
That's a pretty good one.
That's good.
What? Sean, that is not at all how you described it. All right, I'm going to help Sean out. This name is related to a Marvel movie that everybody hated, and this
Wait a
name
minute,
is
haven't
in that
people
movie
said
title.
that?
I swear somebody said
I
that.
swear
First off, you didn't have to narrow it down.
Did
that
someone
much.
say that? Did someone say that?
I thought somebody
Dude,
did.
people have said like
All right, hold up. Let's scroll up and
Hold
see
on.
if somebody said it. Because if so,
Somebody
Sean,
said
you're,
Oh.
stripper?
this is crazy. dude.
somebody said they've said
Someone
two
kinda-
words, but I don't
someone-
think it's been by itself.
Okay,
Yeah,
It's
we're
not-
not, we're not counting
Hold
that.
on.
It's part of a
All right.
really a movie that a lot of people hated, guys. Okay, someone just said it. Someone just said it. Who was the first one? Let me make sure that. Are we all agreeing that Big Rib? Was
Big
the first one
Rib
to say it?
is the first one
Yeah.
I'm seeing.
Yeah.
All right. We're gonna give it to
Where's
Big.
it at? I don't see Big
Right
Red yet.
here, Big Rib said it.
Thunder. Yep.
Okay, there we go.
We have a cat
Oh.
named Thunder.
Holy shit, dude!
He
That
just won a
was-
Superman figure too. This guy's on.
Big Rib's on
a roll
fire,
today.
man. Well, Big
What are
Rib,
your dogs, pal?
Big
My
Rib.
dog's names are Mika and Striper. And
Yeah.
Striper's name because she has a white stripe across.
Didn't
her
somebody say Mika?
I would have.
face. No,
Mark
nobody
Palmer
did.
said Mika there, but
I would have never guessed that. Sorry, guys. It was an impromptu giveaway for that one. So, yes, congrats. Big Rib, $30 to Sideshow, courtesy of our friend Sean here. What now? Did I miss something?
No.
Someone say, oh, I thought you said wait.
No, but people are putting in the dogs' names after I just told
of course they
everybody
are,
what
dude. They're trolling.
Hey, but they're spelling it correctly. Usually people don't do that.
Long time ago. Well, hey guys, at least we got there. So congratulations, Big Rib. Big Rib, try to find me on Facebook or Instagram and I'll get you to Sean in some way.
If you go back, Duck Collectors said Mika before we started.
That's crazy. Well, Sean, looks like you're giving away 2 $30 gift cards.
Hang on. What time was it? I don't have a problem doing
Dude, it was long time. It was before we started doing the cat one.
Yeah.
That's crazy. So, Sean, I mean...
Okay, so I'm giving away 2 $30 gift cards here tonight.
Okay,
one to Duck Collector and one to Big Rib.
Okay, that's crazy. Well, congrats, Doug Collector, Ryan, and Big Rib. Yep. You guys, due to a technicality, thank you to Sean. You're giving away 2 $30 gift cards.
Hey,
that is true. Big Rib, had Sean said I'm only giving away 1, I would have got you. But Sean is, of course, a sweetheart. So we will honor it. Thank you, Sean. That is awesome, but hilarious. That is probably the funniest giveaway ever. It is a wild show. And speaking of that, guys, we have one little thing to end out the stream. We've never done a Q&A. We've never done that. So I don't know if anybody's going to have any crazy questions for us, but it's not just for me. I know it's my channel, but it's for anybody on the stream. If you've ever been curious about something about Chris regarding collecting or something about Brick, feel free to ask questions. This is what we're going to do on the way out. We're just going to have a quick little Q&A just for fun, and then we're going to close out the stream. But I want to start by saying while everybody's getting a chance to ask a question if they would like to, I want to thank everybody for being here. Number one, for some of you guys, I'm sure some of you guys have been here most of these 24-hour streams, which is insane. So thank you for the amazing support. I know Brick's tired of me saying it, but thank you, Brick, for having this crazy random idea and running it past me and many other people. And I'm so happy again that you came up with it. Everybody embraced it. And yeah, it's really cool. It's been really fun. It's been an awesome stream. What an amazing turnout. I'm sure not everybody was here just for the giveaway, right? There's no way. There's no way. Right?
There's no way. Why would they do
but
that?
no, all seriousness, it's great to see some new faces in here that maybe have not found the channel before. Because I know I have a decent amount of subs, but I don't assume that everybody's seen my channel before because there's so many people that stream on YouTube or have YouTube channels. So it's cool to see some new faces in here. I hope you stick around. And I appreciate each and every one of you. Doesn't look like we're getting too many questions, but hey. But still, for real though, guys, I appreciate you. Thank you everybody that donated and anybody that became channel members for the giveaway. I'm going to try to make the channel membership more worth it for you guys. Like I said, soon we will have some channel member exclusive merchandise. I did show the design on the previous stream, so if you plan on sticking around as a channel member, check out the previous stream.
Brick a question. Oh, well, he answered it in chat, so there's that.
So, Brick, you just completely went against what we're doing here, so I appreciate you for absolutely nothing. Ash Chase asks, Hot Toys Hotline, what was everyone's first Hot Toy? So, there's a question for everybody. So, my first Hot Toy actually was the Empire Strikes Back at Boba Fett, the very first one, not before they like redid it in the anniversary packaging. And the reason I got that is I had the Sideshow one, which honestly was not bad. That newer Sideshow version was not bad, the Scum and Villainy version for the time. And I was just curious. I was like, there's no way, because I saw these YouTube reviewers saying that it was so much better. So when that one came out, prior to it releasing, I ordered it and I got it, and I was like, okay, this is what we're doing. Hot Toys does do better than Sideshow. So I'm like, that has me intrigued to look into more. And that just spiraled everything. And like I said, once I got that Dark Side Anakin, that really like kicked me into gear, because that came out like around a similar time. I think that was a 2018 Toy Fair exclusive, and then they released it online like a year later. But once I got that Dark Side Anakin, I was hooked, man. And I had Sideshow stuff prior to that, but obviously like Sideshow quality at the time wasn't like so mind blowing that you're like, maybe if you got it like in like 2006 or 2008, you're like, holy shit. But me getting those figures in like 2018, 2017, I was like, oh, these are cool, I guess. But that's, and guys, feel free in the chat if you want to share your answers, because I'm sure we're not gonna have too many questions because we're winding down here. But yeah, that was mine. What about you, Chris? What was your first Hot Toy?
TASM 1 Spider-Man gift from my brother. Since has moved out and I got 2.0, but yeah.
But yeah, and that's a special bond between you and Kevin because you guys both love Andrew Garfield as Spider-Man. So that's a cool one to start off with for sure. I just saw a question that just makes me laugh because I'm like, I don't even know at this point. Brick, what was your first Hot Toy, dude?
Yeah, my first Hot Toy was the upgraded suit, Spider-Man suit from Far From Home, and I was scared shitless. So I because of all the accessories, like, what am I doing? I'm gonna lose all these, like I'm not. So I sold it right away.
Damn.
And then my next figures were Miles and Gwen, and I fell in love. There you go.
Spider-Man did that to you. I'm
Yeah,
not surprised.
yeah.
Sean, what about you? Your very first Hot Toy?
It's weird is I don't really remember offhand.
It is a tough one, especially if you have a lot of figures.
I mean, because like the very first 1/6 figure was a Sideshow 212th Airborne Trooper.
Oh yeah, if we're
And
talking,
I got the Captain Rex Phase 2, and then the Commander Wolf. I'm gonna have to say it had to have been one of the Predators from Hot Toys, because that's what I remember as first looking at to buying was one of the Predators. So it would have to have been either the Jungle Predator, the City Predator, City Hunter, or the Elder Predator, and not the
Speaking my language,
version,
the
but the
1.0s.
actual one that we saw in Predator 2. It had to be one of those three.
Yeah,
Was my first Hot Toy.
so that's a good way to start off. It's a good way to start off. That's cool. This is obviously like a kind of a silly question, but every day, dude, I always am looking for something. I'm like on Facebook Marketplace or Facebook or eBay. I sell on eBay and Mercari and stuff, so I'm always checking them for deals or anything like that because I collect a little bit of everything. So very often, I don't know about you guys. Like I'm sure most of us are checking that stuff every day because you're always looking for a deal. You're always looking for like, oh, can I? Brick's like, oh man, I should have pre-ordered that BVS Deluxe Batman. I'm gonna look on Facebook Marketplace. Every time I see that figure, I just think of Brick.
I love how you
time.
know that.
Every single time I think of you, dude. It's funny. And someone else just mentioned something in the chat that I also
every
think
day
about often.
would look in the BSC. I know I do.
Yeah.
I mean, you just naturally.
You're always looking for a deal, or you're like, can I get
Yeah.
something cheap and then trade it for something better? Like you're always looking for that. At
That,
least
and
I
if you're
think
not
most of us are.
looking, you have stuff you're selling. Maybe you can trade something. Always.
Yeah. Everyone's figure of the year so far, dude. So this is crazy. Because prior to this figure, just the other day, it was definitely the Feral Predator. I absolutely love that figure. It's beautiful. It's not 100% perfect from an accuracy standpoint because I'm really into the accuracy stuff with Predators. But I gotta say, I'm gonna give it to it. In Art Hermione, dude. It really is phenomenal. It is, and and the other reason why I got to give it to it so far is because where it's come from. Those shitty, awful looking knees, the backlash. And then In Art responding in a good manner by giving us the upgraded knees and just, the love I have for that franchise, seeing her in the collection, having the trio together, it means a lot to me. And, it's one of those figures in quite a while that I've opened and I'm just like enamored by it. And I can't stop messing with the accessories and looking at the little details and looking at the figure. And like, it could change because there's, Michael Jackson will be here on Tuesday. Maybe I'll get him and I'll be like, woo! And then, that'll be... I gotta blow people's ear out one more time, but maybe I'll look at that figure and I'll be like, that's my figure of the year. But right now it's Hermione, dude. I'm in love with that figure. I think they just did such a great job on it. Brick, what about you?
Yeah, I mean, figures that I have, it's probably Feral Predator. And if
isn't
it
that
wasn't
funny,
for
dude?
you,
Isn't that
if it wasn't
funny,
for
man?
you, I would not have it. I would say him for sure. I would say my favorite sculpt of the year so far, at least in my collection, is Scarlet Witch.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. It's just so funny about that Feral Predator. And I remember telling you, I'm like, dude, I'm telling you, like, there's nothing like a Hot Toys Predator. Like, they just put so much more, unless it's the Jungle Hunter 2.0, they put so much more effort into most of those. It's just they have so much presence, and that Feral Predator's like 15 inches tall. He's massive.
Yeah,
the little details on the skin, like, dude, I knew you would like it, and because you loved
Yeah.
the movie so much, and I'm like, you're gonna get an honest representation of a character from a movie you really loved, and like, it could be your only one, or you'll
Well,
get the
see,
Jungle
I
Hunter
wasn't
Predator
sure if I was going to
2.0.
get the figure because I'd never seen the movie, and you got me to see the movie,
Right.
like watch the movie.
Right, you watched the
over
movie,
a
you're
year
like,
ago
dude,
at this
I'm
point.
getting it.
Yeah.
I'm glad it hit your expectations for it, because like I said, there's nothing like them. It's like the die-cast figures, die-cast Iron Man figures and stuff. It's like there's nothing like them.
Right.
I don't have an Art Hermione yet, so I can't really say that is. But as of now, what's come into my collection, Jack Sparrow. Every time I look at
that's
thing,
up there for me. I love it, dude.
The diorama,
the details, the
detail in
pieces.
the hair. Yeah, man.
Yeah,
it's crazy.
That's a great one.
All the clothing. Yeah.
Yeah.
What about you, Sean? Figure of the year so far?
So far, is this in hand or just in general?
In hands, yeah. We only count in
So
hands.
in hand, I'm torn between two. It's the Sand Trooper with Dewback and Arc Trooper 5s.
Damn, I would pick the Dewback out of the two. Just that Dewback's so fucking impressive.
It's so massive.
But see, 5s is like my favorite clone.
Me too. 5s is my second favorite clone next to Rex, but I agree. Like, that is a very special one. I have him in my collection. I love it. I don't know, that Dewback is just something else, man. It just has that. It's freaking massive. You're never prepared for stuff like that until you actually get it in hand. When I saw the box, I was like, shit, I'm cooked. I do have a space for it finally, but I just cannot believe how much space he actually takes up. And it's actually like kind of hard to find for less than like $750. And I know, shout out to Kaiju Daddy. I know he's been trying to find one. I don't know if he eventually did, but yeah. This is crazy. JB, I literally think about this all the time. And it's like I'm disappointing my dad, because I'm like, JB is probably wondering, this guy has told me so many times, and I want to show you, I actually pulled the sculpt out because I'm about to send something to this person, and I'm like, it's time to fulfill my promise to JB, get these head sculpts rooted, and then show them. I don't know if you've noticed, I have taken a hiatus from doing reviews because of the stuff that's been going on with my sick pet and everything. I had to take a little break. So I do have plans to get back into reviewing very soon. I also have this like internal thing where I want to upgrade my camera so bad because I want to give you guys like the best possible content, and it's like an internal thing for me. I do have some reviews planned. I have a lightsaber that a company sent me like freaking 3 months ago almost 3 months ago that I have to review. I got some custom figures I have to do videos of, so I will get back to reviewing, and I promise you, one day this will happen, and I'll show you the video. I've been such a slacker with that, and I swear to you, I think about it all the time, and I'm like, JB is gonna kill me. But thanks for keeping me on my toes with that. What's y'all's favorite? I mean, I guess Peyton, we kind of answered this one. Are we gonna count that question that I asked you guys earlier? Basically, kind of the same thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think I don't know if you're here for that, Peyton, but I guess we'll kind of group that in with the same. Yomo says his first figure was Endgame Captain America. Great. I actually just sold that figure, both of the Endgame Captain Americas. Big Dog Pound, I plead the fifth on this one. I honestly don't know. I will just put it under you. If we had to write it in a blank on a piece of paper, would just say a shit ton.
I know the amount of money I have. I don't think my wife would appreciate if I shared.
Yeah.
So.
Just don't say it.
Yeah, I'm not gonna say anything.
It's one of those things you're better off not saying it. Big Dog Pound, a lot. But I am doing better about like letting go of some, especially Marvel. Steve, what a chiller way to end it off. We're not, you just got to chill out at the end. And Big Dog Pound has another question, which to simply put, I don't think there ever is. I think you either get out of the hobby, or I mean, maybe for some people you have the willpower, but for me, I know myself. There's always going to be something that I want. It's never like, all right, I got these specific Star Wars characters. I got these Batman figures. I'm done. I'm good. Always going to be something that pops up that you want. I think, though, as a collector, you do mature.
For the hotties, Steve.
Right. I think as a collector, you mature, and eventually you decide, I don't need every movie or TV show that I like. I don't need a figure of that. And that's kind of where I've come to terms with my own collecting. And also, I've kind of realized that I've fallen out of love with the MCU lately. So that's why I've been letting go of a lot of shit that I never thought I would sell. I really have, dude.
We need to have a conversation.
I'm with Connor. That's why all this is like becoming empty, because
I think the problem is
like the MCU in general or MCU figures.
Well, MCU in general. I think
in general.
I think, and you'll appreciate this, Brick. I think James Gunn has started off the DC universe so much. I could totally see myself shifting over and just really. I'm already a big DC fan, and you guys know my favorite superhero is Batman. I'm super into Batman, Justice League, whatever. but I'm feeling that shift right now. I'm becoming a DC guy, more and more every day. I just
DC for life, baby. Let's go.
No. And I've always been a DC guy, but Marvel was very strong, during the time of Infinity War, Endgame, and I liked, Multiverse
I don't think
of
that's
Madness.
ever gonna be.
It's just never going to be topped, and it's a
It's-
shame because they did all these shitty shows. I hated most of them. I loved Moon Knight. I loved Loki, but apart from that, I'm like, this is kind of rough. And Deadpool and Wolverine, awesome. Definitely want to have representations on my shelf.
Spidey, awesome. But
Right,
I mean,
and No Way Home,
movies are
loved
still
No Way
fine.
Home.
I agree with you guys. Like, I mean, at least for the movies that are coming out recently, like they're still fine
Yeah.
dude,
and fun,
plus
but it's not like it used to be. It's
For-
not unless it's Spider-Man.
for a space thing too, like for me, and I've told Connor this, there are so many other IPs that I'm thinking about that I love more than Marvel itself. Like we got Labyrinth stuff coming out now. We got Bloodsport
Yeah, like Caustic,
coming out
Plastic,
now.
like all the
dude,
stuff they're
there's-
doing. It's tough to want to. Oh, I got Tony Stark.
All these
that came out
IPs
5
I
years
grew
ago,
up
you know what I mean?
with. Yeah.
And that my other thing, Brick, for right now for Marvel, it's Across the Spider-Verse, Into the Spider-Verse, Artisan quality versions of legacy characters,
Sure.
and then Raimiverse. That's it for me when it comes to Marvel. And I got to cut it off there. And I no longer want to have a figure because I want the representation, but it looks old as crap on my shelf, and I'm like, the pleather's gonna go any day now. That's why I sold off a lot of this stuff. Or like the Mark 7, my favorite Iron Man armor. I recently sold it because I know that one is now out of scale with the rest of them, and they're gonna do another one. So I'm like, I can't, in good conscience, keep it in my collection. So that's where I am with it right now. There's no real end game. It's just, I think we all can agree. It's like there's always something new. For me, the end game is I quit the hobby, because I'm never gonna stop, even to a slow pace. I might go to a really slow pace one day. But it's like if I'm gonna stop, it's like I need to get rid of my figures because I know I won't be able to stop myself from collecting them completely. You know what I mean? I won't.
Yeah.
I'll never be a person that orders one figure a year. It's just not in my nature.
I have a vision where it stops, but like obviously Hot Toys will keep doing 2.0, 3.0 to where I'd probably want to swap out or upgrade or something like that. Or if they had an incomplete line and I wanted something to go with, that's the only way I'd see myself. But
See, for me, with Marvel, I am just with Iron Man from the movies, the Tony Starks, and then Captain America, the Moon Knight, and I've decided I'm going to complete the line of whatever they make for Deadpool and Wolverine.
Yeah.
But outside of that, that's it for me with Marvel. I'm going to be getting rid of everything else, especially since moving anyways.
Brick is so sad hearing us all say
Um,
it's true though.
So,
dude.
Brick,
It
if I have
sucks.
anything that you want, let me know. And
It's
I
so,
have a
so-
lady pool.
so I'm gonna
That's
say
the only
something.
thing I have left. If somebody
Actually,
wants,
I'm not gonna say it. I'm not gonna say it.
but
But
I was passionate before about Marvel, and I get it. And it's not about falling out of love with Marvel. That's not my thing. My thing is, I probably have one of the largest collection rooms in the, with a lot of collectors that are here right
I
now.
want to see it. Bring her back.
And it's
buy
1,150.
a brick, buy her,
here.
please.
But I'm just
Sean's
running out of
talking.
room, and I have more passion for DC stuff and Star Wars.
Yeah.
I mean, I have over 100 clones.
Yeah.
Total, I have 684 Hot Toys.
So
And that's-
so like a legit question, and this is not putting down anything at all. What is the difference to you guys between Star Wars and what the MCU was, where there hasn't been a lot of good Star Wars lately either? Like Disney's killing them both. For
You
the
have
most part.
you have to pick and choose your passions,
Sure.
and
Okay.
to you have to internally. You got to be like, what do I care about more? Brick, I'm
Yeah.
sitting. I know I have a couple random figures here and there. I'm sitting in a Star Wars collection room right now. I don't have
Sure.
a Marvel collection. You know what I mean? So you have to pick your first love, and my first
Yeah.
love is Star Wars, and always will be. And it's the same for Chris. I'll speak for him because I know it's true.
Yeah.
Yeah, this whole I haven't even
Same
touched.
for,
You can
you know-
see it's spilled. This
You know,
is,
Sean, I can also speak for him. I know he loves Star Wars more than, Marvel's just not. And obviously that's part of our excuse for not wanting to buy it is Marvel's not in a good place. And you're right. Yeah, Star Wars. But generally speaking, I found myself enjoying Star Wars even as of late more than Marvel. I just,
Yeah.
you know what they did
Yeah.
to Hulk. We can go for forever, but you know,
Oh
there's-
gosh, yeah,
there's
no,
just small,
for sure.
you know,
I
little
agree.
things that just really let me down, and I'm like, I don't like where they're going. All of the actors, you know, Brie
Yeah.
Larson apparently is not going to be Captain Marvel anymore. Like, it's just random shit like that. I'm just like, I'm done.
Yeah,
You know?
and I agree with everything you guys are saying. I just thought I'd ask that question because it's something that
No, it's a
not
fair
everybody
question.
talks
It's a fair
about.
question.
Like, and I understand Star Wars is like freaking Star Wars, but Marvel is freaking Marvel to some people too. You know.
No, I agree, and
Yeah.
that's no hate
Yeah.
to anybody that enjoys it. If you can find your own enjoyment in it, that's good. You know, it's just
Right.
for me. I'm welcome to come back. I just don't think Fantastic Four was the savior that everybody was hoping it to be.
I had a lot of gripes about Fantastic
Yeah,
Four.
it just, you know,
It was
and-
good.
My
It was
diecast
fun.
Iron Man.
whereas on
Nice.
opposite, Brick and I and Chris and some others, I saw the new Superman and I was like, holy shit, this is it. Like,
Yeah.
and I loved Snyderverse. I want to start by saying I know Brick had his gripes with Snyder. I loved the Snyderverse. Yeah, those figures, you guys need to sell those ASAP. To answer, we're gonna go through the question. We're gonna go through the questions a little bit quicker, but I don't want to go off on too many tangents. But Blue asked, and I actually was talking with a 1/12 collector earlier about this, Blue. So this is a great question. If 1/12 scale was at the level of detail of 6 scale, which it's starting to get that way with some of these companies like InArt and LPZZ that a lot of people are talking about, would you trade your 1/6 scale for 1/12? I don't think so, because I love the scale, but maybe eventually I'll, like, you know, okay, let me sell these 6 scale versions and maybe get them in 1/12 because I like them, but I don't like them enough to have a $300 figure. You know what I mean? I do think, right, and I do think, and I made a deal with somebody earlier for some Power Rangers 3-0 figures finally. And he was telling me, he's like, now I'm just going to go buy that 1/12 set. Maybe it's Mezco. I can't remember what company did the Mighty Morphin Power Rangers set recently on pre-order. He's like, I'm just going to go get the 1/12 set because it's going to take up a lot more room and it's cheaper. And I'm like, I can see a lot of people doing that. But for me, I just love the 6 scale. I love the size factor to it. I love the amount of details we're able to fit in, the cloth goods, the soft goods. That's my biggest gripe with a lot of 1/12 is I know it depends on what company you buy from, but generally speaking, like a lot of them have like, it's like they're wearing a shirt, but it's like there's joints built into the shirt because it's plastic. I don't like that. Like InArt, what they're doing, that could get me on a couple of them. I know they're doing Pattinson. They're going to be doing, and I did a review on my channel actually of the Bale Batman, and it was phenomenal. They're doing a BVS Superman, a BVS Batman. That stuff is tempting because I love those characters and that scale is really cool. So, and they're obviously way more posable.
Do you think they'll do
My
a
brother
corn
has
sweat
said-
Superman?
What'd you say?
You think they'll do a corn sweat Superman?
Probably. I mean, if they're doing like video game Batman and potentially Superman, who knows if they'll do Injustice stuff? I think they actually did show 1 or 2 Injustice figures. I could be wrong, but
My brother said if they did quarter scale stuff, like as much as they produce 6 scale, he'd collect quarter scale.
And Blitzway, they're going to be doing that with Star Wars. Like I have those 2 on pre-order, but they did tease that they're doing, I think Mace Windu, Ben Kenobi, and one other, Luke Skywalker from The Mandalorian.
Yeah.
Venom asks, we'll do like 3 or 4 more questions. Venom says, which figure did you sell at peak value and which one did you hold on to too long in the value tank? Oh, I have an answer for this. And this is kind of a cop-out because I didn't sell it because I didn't have plans to, but one that I bought and I was like, oh, cool. I bought it at a pretty fair price. The Last Jedi Kylo, literally when I bought him, like 3 weeks later, they announced the Rise of Skywalker one, and I spent like $330 on that friggin' thing. And at the time, that was a pretty fair deal, and it went down.
Dude, I got a perfect one.
A peak value, I got a couple feral predators, and I had one for an extra project, and I was going to end up getting a custom done of it, but then when talking with the customizer, he had another idea where I didn't need to send him an extra figure. It was going to be like something he made from scratch. So I sold it. I think I sold that thing for like $580 something bucks, and it's actually gone down, you know, to roughly like $520, $530 on eBay and stuff. So I mean, that's just a recent one. I'm like, I'm happy I sold it when I did because it did go down. And again, that one actually didn't have any intention of selling, but I ended up not needing it. So
I will be in 15.
Dude,
Yeah.
so mine would be the figure sold at peak value would be the 1.0 Venom. I got them for retail,
I still can't believe this.
and literally a day before the 2.0 was announced, I sold mine for $650.
Wow.
Plus
and you
shipping.
can't give that thing away nowadays.
Yeah. Well, that's what I'm saying. And the ironic part is my, like, one I held too long would be my 2.0 Venom. When I tried to sell that recently, ended up losing a couple hundred. I sold them like 280 or something. Like it was nuts.
Yeah, I do remember that because I remember we were actually not friends yet then, and Kevin told me about it, and I was like, who does your brother think he is? Let me get in on this, and then yeah, I still remember.
So many people hit me up like, "Oh, you sold it for that?" Like how? And I was like, "Dude, it just."
I know.
As soon as it
crazy.
sold, I got so lucky. And then the next day, the 2.0 went up.
Yeah. Yeah, big rib. You're going to love the Feral Predator. You're going to absolutely love it. Yeah, I have that one on pre-order as well. I'm excited for that one. I am, like I said, I'm sticking to the Deadpool and Wolverine stuff. I'm not getting, like, you know, I sold the Lady Pool, and I'm canceling Kid Pool and all that stuff, but definitely still getting those two. Fingers crossed, Philip. If not, hit me up and I'll try to find you one because I have my ways. But Brick, I know you saw that message from Manny. You better hit him up.
I did.
Good. You better hit him up. Don't be like, oh, well, I don't know. I know what you do. You like lollygag and then it gets sold and you're sad. Big Dog Pound. I don't want to. This is like a whole can of worms, but yes, love the show and I want to see figures from it, especially. I keep forgetting his name, the cyborg, the main cyborg dude that's like trying to get the. I don't want to spoil anything from the show, but you know what I'm talking about.
You know, like I like the show and everything, but I don't want to see figures from that until we see a 2.0 of Hicks, a 2.0 of Hudson, a 1.0 of Vasquez, Lieutenant Gorman, another Ripley, and New. You know, I don't.
Yeah.
You know, and even Upone.
Dude, no. Absolutely not. Sneaky watch yourself. All right, we're going to do one more because Brick has to go, and I feel like we're going over time here because we have gone over time by like 40 minutes. But that's what happens when you're the finale. You get to cheat a little bit. This is probably the longest stream we've done in a while. But thanks for sticking it out, guys. We're into this last question. Which figure did you get because of FOMO?
Ooh.
Riva and the Grand Inquisitor, and then I sold them both.
And who has the Grand Inquisitor? Me. I got it from Chris. This is actually a recent one. I mean, I guess you could kind of say it's FOMO, but I just wanted it because it looked freaking cool. I have not played the game still. I want to. I need to find time to. But the in-art Wukong, obviously not the one like in the whole set, but the second version with like his fully armored up look. I never played the game, but I saw that figure and I'm like, that's freaking impressive. And I'm familiar with like the legend of the Wukong and all that stuff outside of the game. And I just thought it was really cool. And I like stuff like that. So I'm like, I'm freaking ordering it. And I may get it and be like, I don't want this anymore. But as of right now, I'm like, I want that. I think it's really cool. And I love the display base. And I love how you could stick the staff in the base and do all that stuff. I think it's really cool. So I have plans to play the games, but I haven't played them yet. What about you, Brick? And you better not say Feral Predator.
I would say just everything that they're doing right now, man. Like all the Artisan figures, limited edition. Like that's where my FOMO comes in, where I will literally pre-order it, and then before the NRD goes, I think twice. I'm like, why am I getting this? Yeah. And then I'm like, here, do you want this? Or I cancel it or something. But that actually got in the collection. I mean, Venom. The 21 inches of Venom. Like I wanted it anyways, but part of me is like, if I don't get it now, this thing's gonna be like $800 but I know it's not. But I was afraid that if I didn't buy it at that point, it would be worth more later, just because it's a massive figure. You don't see that. And if they can do, if Hot Toys can do Venom, and Hot Toys can do what's his name from Fantastic Four? Please don't judge me. I can't think of the villain.
The villain.
Yeah.
Oh, Galactus you're talking about?
Galactus.
Yeah.
Then InArt can do a freaking Sauron from Lord of the Rings. Come on now. Let's go.
No, they could do a Hagrid. They could do a friggin' Hagrid, that's for sure.
They could do a Hagrid. Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, don't make my boy buy J&D, please.
So
he's going to look nothing like him, I'm sure. Sorry,
my FOMO was the Porcelain Stormtrooper.
I wish I FOMO'd on that one because I friggin' want that one because I have the China or the Japan Trooper now.
So I ended up not liking it and selling it like after.
I wish I was there for that. I would have bought it.
So I bought it and I was like, yeah, this is cool. I unboxed it. I put it up. I'm just like, what the? It looks like in my. And then like a year later, I'm kind of like, I really wish I didn't sell that thing now.
Oh, dude, I wish I was there for that because I want that so bad. And I got the Japan exclusive with the Hidori Cherry Blossom Trooper, and I'm now more than ever I want that freaking China Trooper. I think it's beautiful, and yeah. Yeah, I want Kaiju. You need to find me one, dude. Down your way. Kaiju just finds everything. Kaiju, you know, these 112th guys, Ryan, I'm listening to them talk earlier, and now they got me wanting this LPZZ Batman because I'm freaking tired of waiting for Hot Toys to do a new Arkham Batman. So, Kaiju, if you want to find me one, just freaking add it to the tab at this point, dude. But yeah, guys, we're gonna wrap it up here. I see your questions. I see some more questions, but I got to cut it off because we went so much over. But guys, we're officially at the end. If you want a giveaway, make sure you reach out because if I don't hear from you, I'm gonna re-roll it, and hopefully we don't have to. So make sure you reach out. I'll give you guys some time to reach out, and I'm sure Adam has already messaged me because if I was him, I would have messaged yesterday. I've just been prepared for it in case I won. But again, big shout out to everybody involved in the 24-hour 1/6 celebration live stream 2025. It was a lot of fun. I'm so glad that I unknowingly picked the last stream just because it happened to be our normal time slot on Tuesdays, and I got to close it off. But I think Brick was pretty happy about that because he's probably ready to go, and I was ready to go, and yeah, congrats Brick. It was a success. I had a lot of fun. I think we all
you
did.
too, man. It's been awesome. I mean, I did not think it was going to go as smooth as it did. I thought somebody was like a couple people were going to be late or go way over.
It was like I heard it was one after the other from what I was seeing, so that's good.
Yeah.
I mean, everybody stuck to schedule. And we all came together as a community, which was the whole point of this thing at the end of the day.
And the other cool thing is people like Jeremy Casa, Hawk and, everyone else.
Logi Space, everybody.
Man, like
Sean, follow Sean on YouTube, everybody,
Yeah, just the way that they were able to come together with us too and be part of our community as they always have been. But like to show the support and the love, you know what I mean? They're not just a business. They actually care about the community too and are a part of it. So that's really cool.
Totally agree. Because, Jeremy Casa giving like a freaking $800 Michael Jackson figure. Do you think he's going to get like a huge return on investment? No, he's doing it because he wants to give back to the community. And like I said, he didn't ask for much. So I'm like, show him some love if you can.
Yeah.
Johnny, if you're on Instagram, find me on there. Does that work for you? Find me on Instagram or comment some way on this stream afterwards for me to find you. I can't think. Or Discord. I'm on Discord as well at Hot Toys Hotline. Whatever. Hopefully you have one of those platforms. Thank you everybody for being here. Thank you for everybody for sharing the love. Yeah, maybe we can come up with something else. We'll have to talk to our coordinator, Brick Artemis, and we'll figure that out. But yeah, guys, you guys are the best. Again, we did this for you guys. You are the community. You are what makes this fun. You're the reason that we do this every week. So. Again, appreciate each and every one of you. Thank you guys for any streams that you're channel members of or any way that you support. It means a lot to all of us. I can speak for everybody who is part of this event. Your participation and just being here for us and being part of this meant a lot to us. So that is going to wrap it up. Again, guys, in the description of not only my channel, but everyone else's channel, I think, they'll have a complete list of everybody's streams if you want to go through and kind of hear everybody's thoughts on the figures or kind of experience the event as a whole. You can go back and watch the replays, and that's the best part about it. But yeah, thank you, everybody. Check out everybody else's streams. Check out everybody who's been on stream today in the description below, which reminds me, I'll have to add Brick because I completely forgot. So I have to add Brick to the description.
Because I'm a Marvel fan.
Yeah, it's just some Marvel stuff. I'm like, you know what? He's not going in the description. But you won't be able to find him anyway. You got to scroll all the way down past all
and
the
it's because Connor doesn't like Lego collectors.
Yeah,
wow.
Yeah, Lego guys.
You guys see the new the first $1,000 Lego set? You guys see it? The Death Star?
Yeah,
Connor been talking about it.
We've been talking about it for weeks, dude. It's crazy, man.
Because I was tempted until I saw what they actually did with it. And
yeah, it's still really cool, but it's not what I
It's the
wanted.
Death Star sliver. Yeah. It's the Death Star sliver. It's not the actual Death Star. It's crazy.
It's got a lot of cool diorama stuff in it, though.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, whatever.
Oh, that's cool.
Buy it or don't. Cool. But take care, everybody. Thank you so much for being here. For those of you who aren't aware, we stream every Tuesday at 7 p.m. EST if you're new here. So consider subscribing. Subscribe to all the other channels. You know the drill. Take care, everybody. We'll see you next time.
Make good choices.